Alright, here we are with Powered by the Apocalypse, The Veil, Hope Rides Alone, The White Line Nightmare. I am Devin the GM, and to my left we have X playing Y.
Nicole playing Aaron, the attached.
Kevin playing Whis, the dying.
Peter as Rayleigh, the apparatus.
Ian playing James the Catamounts.
Alright, gang, here we are. Wait, did I say the episode at the end?
Yes.
I did, right?
Yeah.
Episode 2.
I said episode 2, right?
Thanks.
Okay, perfect. So, episode 2. So, here we are, gang. Let's recap briefly what happened for the listeners last session.
Our friend lost an arm.
Yeah, I got a new arm. It's epic.
Crazy person cut off his arm and I ate it. Also
did
like a
that.
crazy person.
Like a crazy person.
Yeah.
That she did.
Um.
And then we met with the terrorist.
Yeah.
Freedom fighter!
And got information that the robots can be overridden to serve humanity.
Also got the information that they were originally intended to serve humanity.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Instead of killing humanity in the streets randomly.
Oh, there was
That's
an order to
injustice.
it.
You say that.
They were originally intended to be our servants instead of our...
Owner?
Yeah, that's
Caretakers.
jackbooted government.
I think owners is the best word.
Wardens.
Yeah.
Punishments sent from the gods. Yes, the insane idea that machine serves man. So, where we last left off, you guys were planning for your trip to make it to the disabled city, the one that's been kind of cut off, District 00011-11100. Before we get into that, though, we have a few things that get covered by two of the characters in the game. Peter, you, the attached, have a thing. Or the apparatus.
Yep, so I rolled a hit, therefore you get to ask me a question, Devin.
And the question I will ask you about your character is... Let me look at the list. So, because Peter is the apparatus, the birth means at every beginning of every session he makes a roll, and depending on the result of the roll, either he asks a question or I ask a question, and the other answers. So the question I have for Rayleigh is, do they feel, or do they think they feel?
Well, I actually feel. I have emotions.
So Rayleigh's emotions are real, they're not artificial, they're not simulated, they're actual, honest-to-God, a living being data emotions.
Yeah, well, one of them at least for now, but
The one, but that's all that matters.
yeah, it starts from there.
Perfect. Now, Nicole, for your character, the attached, there's a hunger rule based, right?
Yes, and I rolled a 7, which means that...
The devil gets a hit. It's a hold.
Yeah, Devin takes a hold for the session, and throughout the session you can spend it to be a bother.
And I should be doing that.
Yes, you should be doing that.
How many holds do I have at this point? One or
One.
two? I think I have one.
Yeah, one.
Because I spent it last time.
Yep.
Yes.
But the hunger's been going up.
Yes.
All right.
No, actually no. When I do what it wants, it takes away the hunger.
There you go. All right, perfect. So, last time you guys were looking into how you were getting to the disabled district.
Yes.
In what ways would you like to achieve this?
Whis.
Yeah, I'll be using my credits to buy proper safety suits, using my scavenger leads to get the equipment so that we're not going to burn up in the toxic atmosphere of the closed-off city.
That makes a lot of sense. So you'll be putting them out to your scavengers, throwing your cash out, and getting the breathing apparatuses and suits and coveralls you'll need to exist in a place where the fans no longer produce oxygen or clean out the environment.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's good.
I'm going to build us a quote-unquote car using 2 motorcycles and the titanium mining robot body parts that I got last session. So I'll use that as a frame because titanium, way more durable for the
All right.
air.
You have 4 wheels in a box, and it's a hauler of some sort.
Yep.
Perfect.
I'm gonna get food.
Easy enough to get a lot of food.
Yeah, we don't know how long this will take, so I'm just gonna get some like canned food. to take
Perfect.
with us.
And Rayleigh.
Well, first off, I'm going to check myself up using some external device to see whether my integrated circuits are those EPROMs Armitage was talking about last session, so whether it can be reprogrammed by this or not.
So you're checking to see if your chips can be flashed.
Yep.
Yeah, all the chips in your brain are built in that way that the BIOS software can be updated and reset and stuff.
That's interesting. Yeah, other than that, I guess I'll prepare some hard drive in case we wouldn't be able to recover the whole computer. So using my jam of scavenger, I'm just going to scavenge some hard drive for myself.
All right, you use your jam to basically get the parts you need to find yourself a good 512 megabyte hard drive.
Yep.
It's big and bulky.
I'm going to put in my large chest cavity that I have as a cybernetic. Just put it in, plug it in there, close it up, and then I'm going to start putting myself in cellophane to protect myself against the caustic air that we're expecting to see out there.
Sounds good?
Yep.
All right, those are pretty easy to get knocked out in short order. What? I think the last thing you guys need to know is where the city is and what you're kind of looking for.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to the Vale for that to get the information.
Well, you guys are always in the Vale, so what's happening is you're probably doing a dive to kind of get to like actual sources of information.
Yep.
So that could be physical, it could be non-location based. It's you kind of probing people and things around you for information. So, how would you go about locating the location of a shutdown district?
Probably trying to access some older data bank. Maybe there are some data stores that are still connected to the Veil but aren't used as much. So maybe they have some older maps on them.
Where would these data storages be?
Probably in the Prime City, the more central one.
Like the one in the center?
Maybe.
Wouldn't probably each monorail stop would have transit maps,
Or that,
Yeah.
so you might be able to
Plug
access the older ones there.
Plug in and see.
Terminals, see whether there's some residual information around the terminals, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good
All right, so your first place you're going to check is like the large monorail station.
Yep.
All right, there is a map there, and the map is basically of this district, and the one connecting to it, and the one connecting like on the different sides of it, because the districts have like kind of an octagon wheel spread out to it.
Yep.
But none of the ones on the map seem to be the one you're looking for.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that the Veil might be projecting its own information on top of it. That's the more current one, so it wouldn't have that all disconnected city. But if we probe the Veil by lifting it, it might have the old information somewhere in there.
Could be. It looks like the maps only tell you where you're going, not where you're going after where you're going. Like it doesn't look like the maps themselves are good for planning out like long distance trips. So that's a good idea though, trying to find kind of the original source of how you'd get this all connected together. Where would you look for that? You're in a metro
library or something that used to
libraries.
something that used
This
to be
fucking
a
guy. You're at a metro hub right now, and you're looking at the signs and stuff and trying to piece together this information, and you're not really coming through with anything.
Yeah. Well, maybe the cars themselves have all the information how they used to run. Some logs of where they used to stop.
Where would you go to find cars that would just be kind of sitting around that you can get into? They're not cars like a vehicle. We're always talking about the monorail listeners.
Yeah. Well, I guess either somewhere in the dumps or on some
Was there like
station.
a repair station or something? Or
Maintenance
like
bay.
maintenance bay, docking.
There is. The cars themselves do eventually get taken off the track for maintenance and updating and stuff. Basically, every once in a while, there's like this whole section where they're kind of diverted onto.
Yep.
So how are you going to get to that?
Well,
I mean, they're seeable. Like, you can go up a building or get on top of something and see them from a distance away. But how are you going to get into them?
I mean, I'm a thief. I'm gonna sneak into shit.
Yeah. Magnetic under the monorail and just walk along the monorail until you get there.
Yeah. But I'm not the one that's gonna be plugging in, so.
you can get both of us there.
Yeah.
How strong are you?
I mean, I'm a people. I don't know how heavy you are, but you're probably way heavier than a people would be.
Probably.
Although, you're probably also magnetic. That would hurt
Metallic.
so bad.
Yeah, I'll just rip your arms out of their sockets.
Right? Yeah, no, never mind. I don't want to do that. That's horrible. That would be awful.
I mean, I do have compensating legs, so maybe I'll be able to hop along the monorail.
You
there.
said compensating legs, so what
Yeah.
I imagined was like a vet or a homeless man you hit with your car, like on the ground crying, and your legs like dispense a wad of cash. Because they compensate.
I was picturing them like, really flashy with like flames up the side or whatever. There's really buff legs or compensating legs.
It's like they're just writing out checks for his insurance provider.
I guess other than that, maybe trying to divert one of the cards to go there, so connecting into it and changing its protocol to go to maintenance.
All right. Well, a car pulls up, and it's on the right track to be heading that way. So it pulls up. People get off. There's a crowd of like teens in like jackets that are wearing like spray painted clothing. They're smoking. There's a young couple, like two women. They're keeping to themselves. They're sharing a headphone. There's some kids on there, some hungry looking urchins, and they're filing off, and other people are filing in. That kind of ray tracing is going all over the inner train car, changing not advertisements, but like just the things people are subjected to all the time with the video interface. Of just, a friendly face is a familiar face. You have to be vigilant to keep our way of life from being threatened, that kind of stuff. And yeah, you're inside one of the, magnetic train cars that everyone uses to kind of get around to the larger sections of the city.
Okay, so maybe I'll go somewhere where there's less people, get to one of the access terminals or whatever, or, open up
Sounds like a bad idea.
Oh.
Just saying, you're gonna access it, and unless we can get a car without anybody else on it.
I mean, I'd say, hey, there's some fault in your thing. You should tell people, hey, this thing is under maintenance, leave.
I mean, he's a machine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. He
so-
is a machine.
Yeah.
He's literally
Okay.
a robot overlord.
Yeah. Okay, not
So
a bad
there's-
strategy.
So you walk on and everyone looks at you oddly because you're a goddamn robot with a face.
Yeah. So I got one of those panels, unscrew them, plug my encrypted connection there, interface into it, and give the card the information that it's faulty, therefore it should make people leave and go towards the maintenance area.
Okay. Yeah, sure. What do you got for... What would that be?
Something with interface related? Let's see.
Divert.
Yeah. Yes.
Roll divert.
That's 8. So pick 2.
Okay. So on a 7 to 9, pick 2. So I think you pick 2.
Yep. So I guess it needs to create an opportunity for me to get to that place. And
Man, that last one looks appealing.
I'll be able to slip away from there afterwards.
Okay, all the lights in the car that people can see through the veil and the ray tracing goes yellow and gets those warning pylons everywhere, and people are told to get out. Leave, 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 leave. People just start filing out.
turrets just start pointing.
I mean, not no, but not yes. Not yet.
Then you have some like security robots coming
Yeah.
in.
There is a
Maintenance.
security robot here. You.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, so you just plug in. It's like the port you plugged into was like one of those 40-pin adapters for like the old Nyson keyboards.
Yeah.
SATA, I want to say.
No, so that is the new hard drive.
PATA?
Mm.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, you plug it on in, the door's shut, it does that yellow light, and the little car you're on disconnects from the rest of the mag train and starts heading down the track and diverts onto the maintenance track into the large facility.
Yep.
It's a big rectangular building with multiple levels. You get brought on in, and as soon as the track kind of comes to a stop, large, like clamp-type arms come out from the wall and grab onto it and start screwing in with like basically anchors, like anchor screws, to pre-opened holes on the car, and it starts pulling it off of the magnetic track.
Okay, so I guess I open the door maybe forcefully and I get out whenever there's an opportunity.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna use your machine strength just to wrench open the door.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The door is open. You're in the air right now.
I'm going to use my compensated legs to land safely.
All right. Sure. Yeah. There's a factory floor beneath you that has like dumb like large arm robots and repair tools that are all kind of tracks moving around. And they're just kind of being moved around to different spots on the floor and fixing up old cars and like assembling parts.
Okay.
This place is big, 5 stories probably, and it's just layers and layers of things building stuff and moving stuff around.
Okay. So I guess I'll go to some central processing unit to figure out where the old data is, or look for some old cars that don't have those logs of where things are moving about.
Yeah, the ray tracing that you have is telling you that you're in a restricted area. Like it's popping up that you're not in your right work zone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like directing you to leave. Like it's showing you like
Okay.
through the veil. It's showing you like a little directional line that lit up. That it's all like move to your proper work zone. The proper work zone is out of here.
Okay. Well, at least I'll know where to leave, but first I need to get that information.
Okay, there's no signage in here because it's all robot-based. There are some of those robots, the ones that are just, man-shaped, wearing overalls that have, like, the kind of black gloves and jack boots on and have the metal face that doesn't have an expression but has white eyes, that are lights.
Yeah, so I guess I'll be connecting with them through my...
Yeah, sure. There is one currently pulling one of those large arms free of its mooring because it's gotten stuck.
So I'll use my remote interface to connect with it. So
Yeah, it turns around as soon as, you get close.
yeah.
Greetings!
Hi. I'm looking for an archive here of the logs from an old magnetic cart.
Logs for what?
The routes of the magnetic carts.
The routes for the magnetic carts, shouldn't that be loaded into your onboard BIOS system?
I check my BIOS system. Nope.
No, it just keeps saying that you're out of memory over and over again with huge warning lights.
No, I don't have that.
Huh, how unfortunate. It would seem that you're defective. You should come this way for reformatting.
Okay, I guess I'll make it again. Try to take control of him through the interface to make him give me that information I need, and then try to reformat me.
Sure, try and hack him.
10
And
12.
Mark down your emotions. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
using your emotions every time.
I am. I'm at full.
Oh shit,
And
you're so
emotions.
peaceful.
Yeah. I'm so peaceful.
Fuck.
I'm so zen.
So what the fuck does hacking do? Tell me.
So I guess there will still be a divert. You say.
Oh, you're using just a normal move? It's not like a power you have?
No, I don't have a power here. I have an unlocked interface which allows me to dictate the NPCs are.
Sway. This is sway.
Okay, well I rolled a 12 total, so...
So, yeah, choose 2.
What is it? Hit 2. No, you choose 1 because I rolled a 12. So
Wait, for sway, I choose?
this is something you want. Don't line up with yours. Roll. On hit, they do it and choose 1. So yeah.
Yeah, choose 2. From this list, you get to choose 2 things.
No, they choose 1.
No, they do it, and you choose 1.
I choose 1. Okay.
So you get to pick.
Mm. I guess I'll need to do them a favor first.
Oh, this should be good, Peter.
Yep.
It's standing there with no expression on its dead robot face. As you're trying to hack it, it looks like you're going to have to mollify its software somehow.
What do you mean modified software?
Like, you're going to have to do something to make it want to let you rechange its directives.
And so I guess I'll have to go in for the formatting.
No, that would kill your character, and you just have to rip up your sheet.
Don't do that. But it was just trying to get stuff off that thing and not being good at it. So maybe if you do that or help it.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I guess I'll go and help it with.
Excellent. These old joints aren't what they used to be. Let's work together in the name of the man in the tower. Let's.
I guess they don't even give him a name. Like, it's not let's work together for Bob. Like, no.
They also don't ever talk to people.
That's fair. But
they clearly can talk. They have vocal.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, actually, I was surprised when I started talking. I'm like, oh, I guess they talk. But no, they don't. Okay.
I was thinking that's like more of we're doing some connection there.
Oh, it's talking aloud.
Jeez.
Like they all are capable of.
They don't move its face, though.
It doesn't have a face.
Yeah, it must be like a speaker inside of its mouth.
It is. It's a speaker inside of it.
Perfect.
Yeah, you clear out some debris, get it on its track, push it back into place. Excellent.
So, where can I find that information?
Ah, yes. New directives received. Over there. And it just points down the hallway.
Over there.
I go. Bum 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 bum.
Bum, 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 bum.
Bum bum bum.
Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Yeah, you go down a hallway and there's like a large blast door that's already opened, and it's a scrapyard. There's a bunch of old carts in there, like old cars.
Okay. Then, through my multitasking remote interface, I start plugging into one of them.
Not a lot of these are remote. These are old ones. They've had a lot of their stuff gutted, but some of them on the inside, like when you go, like when you physically go into the mag cart, there's a map, like printed on paper.
Oh my, that's so old.
That shows you a route.
That's really old. The fuck is paper made out of?
Paper.
Right?
Well, no, usually when you look at them when you're on the actual functional cart that has lights and stuff, it just overrides it with an updated one. But since this one isn't on, the veil doesn't do anything. So it's just an actual like sticker you can take.
Take the sticker.
I'm taking the sticker.
Use sticker on inventory.
Plonk plonk. Okay, then I leave through the designated route.
Boop 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 boop.
Yeah.
Boop boop.
I follow the dotted line.
The robot and a couple others wave as you leave.
I wave back.
And just go about their business.
Yeah. Robot being bros.
That'd be so frustrating for people to see. Alright. With that map, you're able to figure out where you guys have to go to get an approximation of where that destroyed district is. He goes back with the map.
Wow.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Where did you get this?
Service bay.
How,
Mag left service bay.
how did you get there?
I mean, I'm a robot. We're allowed to go to such places.
We need to...
Take advantage of that more
Yeah,
often?
we need to circle back to this after we're done, because this is really useful. I will take a few copies of the map, like take pictures of it.
How?
No, fucking technology.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we have...
Catabola. He takes 2 screws and makes a new implant for himself and takes photos.
I'm sure my info chip or whatever can take...
You look at the map and the veil updates itself so it doesn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get yourself a picture of it. It's like all like green traced, very basic.
No, just good information to have. Slowly building up a city or a map of the world. World quotes.
All right. So yeah, you guys know approximately where you need to go to get to that district. The problem is all major transportation to it's been severed.
That's what this guy was doing.
Yep. I wheel out this weird like monstrosity of like
It's like a tank.
motorcycle. Yeah.
So how are you going to use that to get to where you got to go? Like, how are you going to get there?
Well, there's roads, right?
There's ground.
Okay. So we'll probably wheel this to kind of the edge of the city, pointed in the direction we want to go, and then hop in and drive it across the quote-unquote Badlands, like between cities.
Could have sworn Armitage told us that the White Line goes there.
Oh, the white line goes everywhere.
Exactly. So there's roads.
You get to the edge of your district. Overhead, or no, yeah, I guess you have to go to the edge of your district. You can't take this on the train.
Yeah.
The steel and glass of the mag train runs above you, kind of screeching overhead, as magnetic trains tend to do. The edge of your district is kind of almost like, imagine an oil rig in the ocean, but the ocean's made of sand. Like, you're on the very bottom supports and, like, pillars sticking out. There's an asphalt, or not asphalt, what's that stuff called? Not asphalt, the good stuff.
Concrete?
I guess it'd be concrete. Concrete's the good stuff, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Actual paved concrete road covered in, like, sand. It's just in front of you and has, like, yellow and white, like tiling made into it. And it just goes on forever. Eventually, there's a haze, and the mag train line goes into that haze at this kind of black and green storm almost that is the outside world, and the wind is blowing sand over the road. The road is big enough for like 4 vehicles to be on each opposite lane. And it's like impressions in it and stuff from like large industrial vehicles that are 4 lanes wide.
Cool. Yeah. So I guess we'll suit up, make sure, double check we have enough fuel, all that kind of stuff. And
right. My spare battery, donk.
Yeah, maybe put like some kind of brooms in the front, because I have that plow in the front of the car, or car quotes. And put some brooms near the front too, so it sweeps a little bit of the sand out of the way, so the tires aren't just kicking sand up the whole time and spinning.
Put some chains on there.
That's not how that works. No. Chains are for snow and ice. For sand, you would want like a wider tire. But no, I'll just put like a little broom in front to sweep a bunch of it out of the way.
All right.
Yep.
And we're back. So, yeah, that is the road ahead, and it's going to take some time for you to get to where you got to go. So you get into this contraption built by
James.
your friend James.
Yep.
And it's driving time.
I guess it's time for some interactions.
Yeah, as we were like approaching the outskirts, my character's getting far more fidgety. Like, she already fidgets all the time, but she's like, like rubbing at her throat, like just like, yeah. And you probably know why, because you know where she came from.
Yeah.
Where she came into sleep.
Yeah.
Are you feeling alright, Erin?
Yeah, I'm good. It's just so open out there.
Yeah? The city's way more cramped.
There's kind of a yellow-red haze bouncing off of the clouds. Are you guys already driving, or are you just getting ready to start?
We'll probably start driving.
Yeah.
As you're kicking up the engine and, sand's being blown across, a few skeletons uncover from the dunes. with like metal sticking out of them and stuff.
We're probably
Metal
already
sticking out of them? What do
wearing.
you mean?
Cyberware.
Oh, okay. I was like, were they
Cyberware?
attacked by metal spears? What do you mean there's metal sticking out of them?
No, like one of the rib cage has like a pacemaker like in it, and there's like a hole in the rib cage, like the sternum, where like it was slotted in like a cylinder. Another one has like bits of processor stuck in the top of their skull that's just kind of hanging out and rotting away from the.
I would love to
Metal
see
rusting.
James try to take that pacemaker and make a use out of it himself. Hey guys!
Don't
I'm the
do
killer
that.
queen now.
Don't do that.
Just something to highlight your conversation.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but
We're all wearing protective suits. We're just going in and out.
yeah, note. That's what we're doing.
So, Erin, can you tell us more about those freedom fighters?
The machines are evil and oppress humanity, so should be overthrown.
Oh.
That is the general philosophy of these guys.
Huh. You think all machines are evil? As I'm looking at
Well, I mean, like,
You're one of them.
I mean, even if they don't try to be, it's kind of just a natural state of the machine to oppress humanity.
Huh. So I
Not
should,
necessarily oppress, but it's not good for them.
so I should be oppressing you?
No, you should do the opposite of that, because that's bad.
I mean, if that's what I was created for.
No, but
No, this whole mission we're
Yeah.
entirely doing right now proves that the machines were
Yeah.
actually originally created to be our servants.
but somehow got
Something
corrupted.
went wrong.
Someone corrupted the man in the tower's dream.
I don't know if I'd go that far about, him.
What do you think, Wes? Wis?
Whis.
Whis.
W-H-I-S-S.
Sorry, Wis.
I don't know if it was corrupted. He's still up there, isn't he? You
There's
should
a,
know.
there's a dark shape approaching as you're driving. It's a large rectangle on a couple struts just there and moving back and forth. It's a
Like-
billboard.
Why is it moving back and forth?
Because of the wind, the
Sway.
constant wind.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant it was like. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's the monolith from 2001 just going towards you.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I was like, what the fuck?
As you're driving, your vision updates to put a screen on there, and it's the man in the tower's face talking about only together, huddle, only together in a city underneath our steel sky are we safe. The outside world is inhospitable, made that way by callousness, greed, and cruelty. Man was not meant to live outside of steel.
Yeah.
I guess he's right.
I mean,
Don't believe everything you hear on a billboard.
Another one. People are born in metal buildings, and they die, and they're buried in metal coffins. Steel is the home of man.
I mean, they weren't wrong yet.
he's... the man in the tower is still alive. He has to have some insane cybernetics. Because,
It's been forever.
yeah, how many humans do you know who've lived that long?
Maybe it's a title.
Maybe. So then is it his kids? Is
Could
it-
be. Maybe he chooses someone.
Why wouldn't they release more propaganda?
Newer.
Why change what works perfectly well? I guess. I mean, obviously not everyone. If you've got freedom fighters, but
Shut down cities.
I don't know. I think he's still alive. I think you're right. But I think it's just he's got way better cybernetics. He's keeping himself alive. He's able to live this long.
I've never been this far out before. Is it all like this?
It comes to more city eventually. It's but yeah. Outside of the cities, it's all
Oh, like this.
this.
The clouds eventually break at one point in a different part of the day, and it starts to kind of day shower, like yellow liquid, kind of grease. And when the clouds break, you can see kind of plains as far as it goes, like cracked plains, kind of like salt flats. At the very distance are like broken, like stone spires that jut up and down, kind of like gear teeth.
Huh.
Mountains.
Oh. Okay, I was like, what?
But like there's large, like gapped V-shaped holes going all through them, and there's like large construction crane-looking towers just kind of moving up and down slowly for something quite big, tunneling.
Yeah, there's nothing out here other than that.
There's even scavenging out here you find very little. Just corpses of other scavengers mainly.
That makes sense.
Horrific.
I guess there's no life outside of city.
Yeah. None that I've ever seen.
How could there be? People can't live out here.
No.
That makes sense.
I think if I could figure out how to filter air, we might be able to build bigger settlements outside of the city, but
Yeah, good luck
getting access to that is near impossible.
We have some, but not for a permanent basis.
No.
I mean, would that just be another spoke in the city?
Yes, but it would be our spoke. I don't know. It would be, we could advance farther, faster.
Although, I mean, if we follow this through, then kind of moot point.
True.
Moot point.
And moot.
Because if we can just do this, then we're good.
Yeah.
Finally take the reins back.
That would be interesting. I wonder what the man in the tower would say if once we complete this. If he will say anything.
No idea.
If it's a title, will the new one, is it the new one who's changed machines so that they don't serve humanity?
I doubt it, because even that person would have to be forever old.
Then
Machines have always been like this, as far as
yeah,
anyone I've ever met or heard about have ever
True.
said.
true. I wonder if it's someone with a title, could we convince them that the original man in the tower wanted it this way?
If it's a title, then they probably don't know about this legacy code.
Yeah,
In which case we can just
do it and
Yeah.
convince them that this was originally what he wanted.
and even if they don't listen, even if they don't like it, who cares? At that point it'll be too late. The machines are servants of man.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
they'll be
just
able to turn
worry
it
if
back.
they have an override code beyond this override code.
Why would they do that then? If things are better, if we change it, what reason would they have to change it back?
I don't know. I'm just wondering why it was changed to this in the first place.
Maybe it was a mistake. It could be anything, but anything has to be better.
That's true.
Like, all they'll have to do is see it, and they'll understand.
Yeah.
So what would be better than this city? You don't seem to be providing everything you need.
Such for freedom, the ability to say or do what you want without fear of reprisals.
Better cybernetics.
Sure. That's part of doing what you want, so sure.
Cities not being shut off, like what we're going to,
Yes.
as punishment.
Oh yeah, as punishment. Although this one sounds like I don't know, maybe it was shut down so that no one would ever discover whatever
What
this
was
stuff
in
is.
it? But still,
I don't think-
there must have been living people in it.
Yes, there definitely were.
Yeah.
That's what they
So, this, the fact that it wasn't even a punishment, it was just a safety measure, and they killed this many human lives.
do. They could have just taken, like, if that's actually
Are you sure
why
that's
they
why?
shut down this place, They could have just taken the thing they didn't want people to find and destroy or hide it. They didn't need to shut down an entire city.
Yeah.
I don't think Armitage mentioned any rebellion in this city. I don't think that was a thing.
No, I don't think he did. So we might be ascribing too much value to whatever we're doing here.
What?
Well, we might be ascribing too much weight to what we're doing here to what the city was destroyed for. Just because what we're looking for is inside of that city doesn't mean it's the reason why the city is destroyed.
That's true.
I mean, fair, but if it was due to rebellion, Armitage probably would have heard about that.
You guys have been passing by like stopovers to other districts on your way to the one you're heading to. Like you're passing through them just to let you know. They're basically like large overhangs, like kind of like bridge overpasses, basically. Just let you know that that's happening as you're going through.
Are they filtered there, or
What do you
are
mean
they,
filtered?
like they're stopovers for the train system, right?
Yeah, it's also,
So-
also entire other districts.
Oh, okay. So it is other districts. It's
Yeah.
not, yeah.
Just
Smaller districts, or
no, just other entire districts. It's just you guys weren't directly connected to this one that got shut down. You're moving like 3 or 4 districts over.
yeah. We'll probably do
Very simple.
very light resupply.
There's people that live
scavenging
on the
kind of.
roads, kind of under
Yeah.
the city, that can like balance it all out.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's like an 18-hour trip.
Yeah. And yeah.
I'm just peppering this through
No,
for let me know when you guys are done having your moment with each other.
I think we're done.
Yeah.
Well, if it's done, then I guess I'll do my moves because we might continue the conversation. So first, Abyss steps back because I can. Oh, I will be a slave now after this is done. So like I'll learn a new, like, my place in the world. based
Yeah,
on
your
this.
place in the world is humanity is going to put a boot to your free will.
That's a G, so no humanity then. So yeah, did we have our specials for interacting with each other emotionally and?
This didn't seem very intimate. This seemed more like you guys just spitballing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't
We didn't learn anything new about each other.
No.
But as you guys are driving past the last spot, you've been seeing like a lot more like debris here and there. Like there was a large like, it looked like probably a barn-sized hunk of metal just on the horizon that was just like sticking out of the ground and was clearly like burned apart. As you guys are driving along near the next kind of overpass to the cut-off city, there is a crowd of machines,
Oh.
like 30 of them.
Of like the white-eyed guys?
Yeah, like the metal masks.
Like blocking our way.
Well, they're on the road.
Are they coming towards us, or
They're in a crowd.
Okay. I'm gonna pull over like a little ways away before we get too close and kind of just. I think we should wait here for a minute and see what they're doing. And
Maybe they have the jumpsuits on and stuff, and they're using like hooks and large poles to like pull stuff down from like the overpass.
yeah,
I guess
should
I'll
we try
go.
and get away around, or
So they hear you coming. One of them turns around with its little like flashlight eyes and sees you. It's kind of like almost morning, so like their eyes kind of pick up in the night.
I've painted the outside of this with a bunch of propaganda, by the way. So it,
Keep quiet.
yeah, so it looks like it fits in. My character is not. He knows he's driving a tank through the city. He wants it to look as not.
The man in the tower
Yeah.
has the best cybernetics.
No, it's got like, you know, he.
One of them is walking up to you guys.
Okay, I guess I exit this tank. Meet him.
Yeah.
Oh, it moves its eyes over to you then.
Wait, if there wasn't.
It'll walk like half the distance and then stop.
I walked over towards it.
Greetings.
Greetings. What's the commotion?
Can we hear this?
You can kind of hear it talking.
Guys.
You can vaguely hear sound coming from it, and he's talking to it.
This is the look on my face. Like, seriously, like, super, like, incredulously
Betrayed.
angry.
What? Did any of you know this?
I mean, they have voice boxes when you rip them open.
we trade the voice boxes all the time, but I figured they were just outdated.
Microphones.
Yeah.
A speaker can turn to a microphone, and a microphone can turn to a speaker super easily. You just switch some wires around.
I figured they were just propaganda things, or emergency.
I always figured this is what they record us with. I didn't know they could fucking talk.
Yeah, this is interesting.
This is infuriating.
Huh. Okay.
There is no commotion here. We're simply doing work.
Ah, maybe I should help you to get this done and over faster.
We have exactly the amount of resources needed allocated to this task.
Ah,
Any more would create inefficiencies.
what's the estimated time for the work?
It kind of looks over, looks back at you, looks back. Almost done.
Thank you. I will back.
Are they just... Are they just tearing down the overpass, connecting it, or...?
No, there's like debris smashed up against it and signs that say, don't come in, dead in here, warning, we're sorry. Like just signs just covering it, they're just pulling them down.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And just throwing them onto a scrap heap. There's like 4 or 5 of them digging a hole in the sand and putting the sign and pulling the signs from the scrap heap and throwing in the hole and burying them with shovels.
Okay, so Ray comes back in the car. They're almost done.
Okay.
Close the door.
I guess we'll wait for them to finish.
How long have you known they can talk to you?
I mean, can they talk?
You were just talking to them.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. I talk to you, right? So I talk to
Okay,
them.
okay, the robots never
I
talk.
take out a
though.
wrench.
The back of my hand!
I mean, just today I approached another one in the service bay and...
Oh, right, they always talk to you.
Yeah, they've always talked with me.
They don't talk to anyone else. They don't talk to people. They usually just get physical.
Huh.
Not in a good way.
So they can just talk. They talk all the time. What do they say?
By the way, Ray, talking, like audio communication is like the primary way they communicate with each other. It's not like Wi-Fi. So just not to tell you how to say your character, but the correct answer would be how else would they tell each other what they're doing?
Well, how else would they communicate what they need to do?
But
Don't they have updates?
yeah,
We get updates. Why don't they get up? What?
doesn't
I mean, you also talk with each other to figure out what to do. You talk with Armitage to figure out what you need to do.
Yes, and I don't walk up to a random person that's in my way and beat them until they get on my way. I ask them, please move.
I mean, they don't beat each other up.
Yeah,
So-
they beat up humans. That's what they do.
So maybe they interface with humans differently?
But they know we talk. They know we can understand language, and they opt not to.
Huh.
3 or 4 of them with their little hook sticks are pulling down a sign that says "We are the dead," just ripping that off of the overpass.
I mean, try asking them why they don't talk to people.
not when there's such a large group of them. Maybe
Yeah,
if
a
you
bunch of them
find
are like working back and forth to bend it in half and toss it in that pit.
maybe if we find one on its own somewhere farther away from things, we can ask it that, but not in a large group.
We've been living alongside robots for forever, and they've never spoken a word to us.
Yeah.
And
It's just
you,
looking at the signs.
and you can just walk up to one and talk to one. I see.
It's a robot. Really, it's a robot. How else would they talk to each other?
How else would they do? Well, I can't tell you more. I've just approached them and they talk to me. I talk back to them and we have an understanding.
They don't do that with people. People have talked to them often. You know, don't drag me away, don't do this, don't walk into my workplace and take away my workers, and they don't.
I wonder if we
Maybe they
were
have some
more robotic, would they talk to us?
If they were more robotic.
If we were more robotic.
Oh, probably.
That's good.
I
Interesting.
see.
More cybernetics. Maybe they will finally talk to us. We can
Yeah, I'm not fucking assimilating into their. Just no to anything you guys were just talking about. Just no.
I've seen a person with 4 mechanical limbs, so what's the point where they talk to us?
I don't know.
When you're no longer a human, that's when. And probably not then, because they probably just talk to actual robots and not people.
Oh.
If we have to lose our humanity, that kind of...
The crowd of them
That's
is
the
just starting to
purpose.
walk past you, like all in like
Formation.
yeah, like 30 of them, so probably like 5 abreast by whatever it is. Just they all have yellow triangles like stamped onto the side of their metal heads.
Do they normally? Oh, no, yeah. I guess that's construction.
Road crew.
Maybe they all have their gear like over their shoulder and stuff, and they're just walking in file.
The sooner we find this this reprogramming software, the better, I think.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh yes. Let us get rid of them. I am curious.
Emotional interactions.
That's actually pretty emotional there. I'm furious.
Yeah.
They talk to you? Well, how else would they talk to each other? Stupid.
Okay, so I guess we should do our specials. And Kevin gets a hold for the emotional interaction. Yes? I guess you get a hold for this emotional outbreak we're having.
Probably?
Making progress,
Yeah.
having a breakthrough.
Sure. 3. Miss. Nope. Nothing.
This is kind of weird though, because like
Probably not for you. You didn't really have a connection with people so much as you just got like.
Riled up.
yeah, like, I had an emotional interaction, but I didn't have it wasn't intimate with any of these people.
No.
I mean, I was agreeing with Rayleigh, or not really, specifically not really.
With...
That one, yes.
That one.
Yeah. No, I think...
Especially because it's like, how would it even get jealous at me for this? It was like,
Nope.
it was a situation that reaffirmed everything it was trying to tell me all along.
Yeah, the crowd disperses after ripping down all those warning signs.
Okay, I'll wait for them to go a little bit further, down the road, and then power up the car again and
All right.
putt, 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 putt.
This is kind of one of those foundational overpasses. The smoke here is thick. There is no filtration turbines going. The monorail does not connect over here. It retracted a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just a
Have you
bunch
guys
of...
ever heard that before?
Heard what?
Nothing.
Yeah, it's dead quiet out here.
It is
Except for the car.
beautiful.
There's just a bunch of freshly overturned dunes. Like, there's a lot of those holes just along the side and some older-looking ones.
It is the single most terrifying and like peaceful thing in existence.
It just sounds dead.
Yeah. There's no life out here.
There's no machinery, is the point. This is what it would be like if they weren't here.
But,
Dead and empty.
yeah.
Like humans can subside on sand, now can they?
No. No.
I'm assuming it wasn't always like this.
As far as history goes, it's been like this.
And as far as history goes, robots have always been our overlords.
Yeah.
We also just learned that wasn't true.
True. Wonder. Guess we keep driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're in the foundational part of this district where it's like all like pipes and girders and supports and like cement. A lot of it's old and cracked looking. Some of the supports have been like welded open to like grab any of the material inside. There are like large cargo lifts for like cargo vehicles that move through on the ground, and they're all off. There's an entire district above you. you know, with towers that go 100 stories into the sky and whatnot, and like basement suites that go really deep down into the ground. It's quiet and just covered in smog.
Do we know where we're going in here? Did you get
I've got this map.
to here?
Probably can scout the information inside. There should be some other machinery there.
Did Armitage mention, like, it's in a vault somewhere, but I mean, whatever building I used to be in had a vault, and I've seen it a few times through my, scavenging. I've found vaults, but I can't really pick out what those buildings look like. They're just buildings. Some of them just happen to have these big metal boxes in them.
I guess as a search,
Yeah.
I mean, we can probably narrow it down pretty easily. It wouldn't be an apartment complex.
That's true.
It should be a factory.
We can just cut out buildings that we know wouldn't have these things because we live in them.
True. Because Armitage said it was a large.
Yeah, it's like an entire room.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a vault that large.
Did you see there were some other robots there?
Did he?
So
Cutting the building?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
There's
So-
a problem.
We'll find some kind of factory-looking thing, or
There's no power here, is there? That's the whole point. Is they were powered down
As
completely.
far as you can tell. Though at the elevators, if you look close, you know where the buttons are for like calling it up. There's one of those little like LED kind of like the stuff like have those like hard impact shatters glass covers on them.
Mm-hmm.
There's one of those like under the call button, and it looks like one of those kind of camera eyes. And every once in a while, in the corner eye, you think you see it flicker and move around. Like it's obvious because it illuminates the dusk and the shadow in here and kind of gives off those kind of streaking rays of light. Volumetric lighting.
is the veil still overlapping?
Oh,
things
yeah.
Yeah.
You hear the vague overlay of like funeral music in the background.
Well,
Oh goodness.
if the net's still functional here, maybe we can find a place to jack in, and maybe it'll have schematics.
Yeah.
This might be cut off from the rest of it, so if that stuff is preserved, we can we might be able to find something.
That's a good idea.
Yes, let's.
We'll have to actually get inside because we can't just go back and connect. But
Yeah. I'll park the car nearish to the center, I guess.
Yep. Each like
And,
district basically holds a few 100,000 peoples.
Yeah.
So
So
this is like a small city. Like every city is a small city.
It's like Vancouver sized.
Maybe a little smaller than Vancouver. Maybe like mainland Vancouver, like the island.
Okay.
Like with the bridges connected to it. Like,
Yeah.
goes up and down, so that's how it does it.
My concern is that they're watching us, but they're trying to not make it obvious.
yeah, I don't know. It looks almost like it's defective watching us. I mean, I have jamming on, so nothing can see us.
Good to know.
So yeah, even though there aren't elevators, those support foundational cylinders are like a lot of them are hollow and have like staircases on them, like fire escape staircases.
Interesting. I guess I'll start looking around. Like now that we've parked the car, I'm gonna look around and make sure I get my bearings as to where I parked the car.
It's fair.
And then start looking for any buildings that look similar-esque to where I live, or similar-esque to any of the buildings that I've seen that had more robots in them than like parts, or buildings that had
To get your
vaults
bearings
in
proper,
them.
you usually don't hit the foundation level. To get your bearings proper, you're probably gonna have to get to the main floor,
Yeah. So
which is a bit of a climb up.
Okay.
Usually people take elevators.
yeah.
I guess we will try the elevator button, see whether it will respond after poking inside.
It just makes a hissing sound when you click it, like air escaping.
Okay.
Are we seeing any bodies?
On this foundation floor, no, there's just sand covering mounds everywhere.
Fair.
And all those holes they dug out front and filled.
Yeah. We'll climb up the stairs. I guess.
Let's walk.
Alright, takes about, it's about 15 solid minutes of stair climbing,
Dang.
which sucks.
Yeah.
As someone who has climbed stairs, I can tell you that's a big ball of shit.
No.
Wiz has to stop at almost every landing to catch his breath.
Oh my god, right?
And about halfway up, he's starting to get sick.
Well, I guess
I'll
I'll take my battery in one hand, take your air tongue in the other, and help you carry that.
Yeah.
carry you with my. I'll just carry you with my big industrial arm.
That is appreciated.
No problem.
At the top of the staircase is a large grated door, kind of like an elevator door that's been shut over top of this, like the floor. So you guys will have to like open it.
Yeah.
It's been rusted and stuff, like all the metal's peeled and whatnot.
Just industrial arm punch right through it.
Yeah, a lot of sparks and a lot of scraping and scratching sounds.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're through.
And you're on kind of the main floor-ish of this part of the city, kind of the ground level. Concrete streets, skyscrapers, buildings with neon lights everywhere. You know, it looks like your city, except it's dead. The overhang lights, like the street lights, are off. Some of them flicker like orange every once in a while. Some of the neon lights are on fire, like they're just burning, and the neon inside is still ignited.
Wow.
A lot of houses that have fireplaces or smokestacks, or like the kind of piping for the heat and stuff, are just giving off fire from them. Kind of like in the opening of Blade Runner, where a lot of like for no reason the corporate buildings are burning. That thick, acrid green and black smoke chokes everything. You can't see more than probably 2-3 streets down.
Wow.
I have multispectral eyes, so maybe I can see better through it.
Yeah, you're able to kind of pick up like ultrasound and heat signatures and using that kind of stuff. This place is a war zone. Some of the buildings have been blown open from the inside. There's like a motorcycle upside down as you guys are getting up, and its wheels are still spinning and have caught fire. There are bullet holes everywhere.
Ray is unfazed by any of this. Just continues on searching.
Were there survivors here somehow?
I don't know.
That wheel is still burning. The engine in that motorcycle is still hot.
Like,
That looks too fresh.
Oh.
how in the heck could they have been alive here?
I don't know.
Emergency power, maybe? Maybe there's oxygen in some of these buildings?
That's not how it normally works.
We should keep our heads down, though.
There's a theater, and on the now playing sign, there is a person hanging from it. Man in his 50s, tattered clothes, and there's a sign on his neck that says, "Take us back. We're sorry."
Oh.
How fresh is the body?
A couple days.
Oh, wow. Okay, so there's definitely people here, or there was people here up until very recently.
Out of character, Devin, when did we do the internet search for where to find this place?
Not that long ago.
A couple days ago?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh no, someone's searching for this.
Is there a way to get up to where the body's hanging?
There's like a ladder nearby where someone probably put them up.
Yeah.
Down?
Wiss is gonna climb up that ladder and
Do you shoot it down as he's trying to climb up?
Nah.
he's used his knife to get it off.
Okay, body falls.
I'm gonna try
It
to
does that thing because it's all rigor mortis and stiff, where the legs kind of do that kind of staggered, like almost braking motion when it falls, like a dummy falling.
What do people? Oh, sorry. What do people do with bodies in
cremated probably.
Throw them in the trash.
Oh, really? There's no.
Where would they bury them?
Maybe.
Like,
if
what do
you're
they
rich.
do? Is there like a robot that comes by and takes the bodies or something? Or
Yeah, the garbage robot.
Christ.
I mean, if you're rich, maybe you're
If you're rich, you have a way
Fair
to
enough.
make it a little more like respectable, but there are biological waste containers everywhere.
Yeah. Wes kind of takes the guy's arms and kind of folds them over his chest and finds something to cover him, like a tarp or a sheet, anything that's nearby.
Yep, those are nearby.
Yeah, he just covers the body.
Do you have any cybernetics on them?
Ask
He
me a
did,
question.
not anymore.
Interesting.
Wes takes notice of that this guy's cybernetics were ripped out.
Mm-hmm. Specifically, not just like all the cybernetic, but the parts that would have the internal power sources.
Oh.
What kind of cybernetics did it seem like this guy had?
Eyes, voice box, arm, and leg.
That's gross.
Okay, nothing to allow breathing or kind of. Okay.
His chest isn't.
Just curious to see how this guy's surviving, because the air here is unbreathable, I'm guessing, right?
Oh, super unbreathable.
Mm.
Wasn't doing much breathing after he was hung, though.
I guess we can search it out more.
There's a clicking sound behind you as you guys are looking at that. Inside the theater, like behind one of the still remaining glass doors, is a machine, and it's just kind of walking in place like it's in a booth that it can't get out of.
Oh, I guess I go towards it.
Part of its face has been caved in, one of its arms has been torn out, and it's just kind of clicking along inside the ticket booth, like tapping at nothing.
Hi, you're alive?
It just stares forward.
Not responding.
Okay.
Do they have
Wait, it's
records? If it was in there, it might have seen what happened.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
it's still going, that means it's powered.
But yeah, it's powered. But
Jack into it. Figure out.
yeah, can you see any of its records? If it has a video record?
Go open the booth up from the back and plug into it.
If you go inside, the inside of the theater, its roof has collapsed, and a lot of the debris is surrounding that booth.
Well, let's move the debris over. You send Dusty an arm.
Yeah, I'll move some of the debris out of the way.
Yeah, don't let them. Like.
Oh no, we're gonna kill it if it tries to do anything.
No, but I mean, if it's specifically barricaded around the robot to make sure the robot can't get into the theater, there might be people in there. In which case, don't let them see this robot.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, no, you should go back outside for a second and try to jack in through the ticket hole or something, and I'll be in the theater. Hello?
But probably I'll do it, just in case.
Yeah. Anyone here?
The theater's carpet is burned and scorched. The concession stand is trashed. There are machines in here for making food that are just crushed and broken. You can see theater seats strewn about. You hear a clicking sound all throughout in here.
Is it coming from the booth or is it?
It's coming from somewhere in here. Up more.
Up more?
But you're going investigating while it's just Ray with the robot?
Yep.
Oh man, as soon as this asshole gets out of sight, it's just you and the robot. Greetings!
Hi.
Listeners, you cannot
'Cause
see the
I'm-
look on our faces.
I'm here, but not close enough, I guess. Cause like.
If you're out of sight and it doesn't know you're there, it just starts talking to Ray.
Hi, what is the status of the city?
The city is strong. The city is good. It is an unstoppable engine of endless momentum.
That's great. Have there been much activity lately?
I don't know what you mean.
Have you seen many patrons around?
No, they all died.
Oh, when did they die?
2 years ago.
Ah,
The guy hanging.
because there was a recently dead man here.
Yes, they hung him.
Ah, who hanged him?
People?
Ah, there are more people here.
Yes.
Ah, where are they?
Around.
Which direction do they usually come from?
That direction. Over there.
Thank you.
He points with his one good arm.
Do you need anything?
Nope. I'll continue doing my duty. Forever. I am as eternal as the city itself.
You do that. Okay.
Are you gonna
If
let
you're
me-
out of sight, you could hear that.
Yeah, I heard.
I will just monkey you guys.
Oh, that's
So, back to you.
Do you just let him go?
I mean, he's still there in his booth. He's not meant to be a
Okay, I
robot
thought you
in
took him
booth.
out of the booth, and I'm like,
No.
don't let him go.
I talked with the guy in the booth.
The man in the booth.
Yeah. He probably doesn't even have legs. He's just like,
Oh, he
flop
does.
this. No.
They're all built to order. They all come from the same template over
Ah.
and over again.
Okay.
Every robot in the city looks like this one,
Except you.
except you.
And the old ones.
Some older ones.
Okay.
I'm going to go around a corner where these guys can't see me.
Your scary specter turns to look at you with its dead little eyes.
Are there more people around here
Yes.
besides us?
Yes.
Live?
Yes. You should kill that robot. You should drink its blood.
Pretty sure its blood's toxic. Well, its grease is toxic.
Anything's toxic enough if you drink enough of it.
True. Yeah. Alright.
Agreed.
Can you
The pact is sealed.
Can you, are they in the building? Are the people in this building right here that we're looking at?
Yes.
Shit. Besides James.
Yes.
Okay. Don't want to trick me with your language. Alright, we need to find... I don't want to get attacked by a bunch of survivors, or... Oh, shit, they're probably cannibals by now.
Yes. Even you're a cannibal, Nicole.
Right? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, by now, they definitely are. I mean...
You're casually a cannibal. And you have access to unlimited food.
Yeah, but I mean, not any real meat. Okay, what can you do?
I mean, they're cannibals, but they left an entirely good body hanging.
Assholes.
Fair, they might not really be.
Walk.
Can you search for this vault we're looking for?
No,
Why?
I don't know where it is.
Yeah, but you can still search for it.
I don't know where it is. I get confused when you're not around.
If it goes, it may lose its way and never find you again. And then you'll suffer.
Oh, look on your face, Nicole.
That ruined the tension.
I know.
Okay, well, alright. I'm gonna go warn James.
But first,
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I'm just gonna walk up to that. So, I just walked around a corner and started having a conversation with myself, essentially. Yeah, I'm gonna come back around. I'm gonna walk up to that robot.
it just silently moves its head to stare at you.
I know you can talk, motherfucker. I'm gonna laser its face in.
With your laser eye.
With my laser eye.
Alright, she blows its head open with an angry bolt of lightning.
Ah.
okay.
Alright, its face falls off, feeling like, the machine with like the little voice speaker and the two eyes. It flickers off and then just kind of falls forward.
You're inside the building. You're right here. Where are you?
Where are you, miss?
He's being sick near that body, so he probably sees this. Whoa, that wasn't necessary.
It's about to get more unnecessary. I'm going to laser it open and like fucking drink its blood.
It's purified water.
What the fuck?
There's a steam condenser inside its chest cavity.
Now I'm really confused.
Now, guess what? I lose a hold off the thing. Its hunger goes down because you did what it wanted.
And you get an experience?
Yeah, I think so. Some shit.
Whoa, hey, what are you doing?
She fucking grabbed its neck stump, grabbed a blood vessel, because these things have vaguely human anatomy made of like analog 80s tech, and started drinking its heart's blood.
Oh my god, Aaron.
Oh.
I'm gonna start laughing. No, guys, it's water. Guys, are they all filled with fucking pure water?
What?
Oh?
It's blood is water. I sound so crazy right now. Oh my god.
There's water dripping out of her face.
He takes a moment like he's not sure if he's hallucinating. Because, sometimes that happens.
I'm gonna like squeeze one of its like fucking veins and water's gonna come out.
Wait,
Yeah, it's like a fibery like latex tube.
He pulls out like a flask or something, just stuff they have, because we've been drinking water, and holds it under where the water's trickling out.
Yeah.
Yeah, inside there's like a refrigerator condenser that's dragging dragging moisture from the atmosphere and like purifying it.
I'm fucking taking this.
Is this how they're surviving?
You want to plug it into yourself? Have a fridge
Maybe.
chest?
Well, I'm not
Oh
here
my
right now.
god.
I mean, that's water taken care of. What if some of these have air purifiers or something they've jury-rigged into them?
I mean, if you cool that low enough, eventually you'll get to oxygen.
Oh.
What? Air is just cold water? What?
No, if you cool air enough, eventually the air condenses into liquid.
Oh.
Therefore you get pure liquid.
Okay. I'm like, air isn't. Oh, what?
So with enough of these, if they just gutted the robots,
Seriously, like, you're a scavenger, you're all scavengers. Do they all run on water?
I'm not here
I
right
think
now.
each of them has a different thing. They're not made the same. So you get your potluck here.
Some of them, Wes, have water cooling in them.
oh. I shouldn't have been that surprised. Oh, well, then again, she bit into the neck.
Also, no one's ever drank water cooling fluid.
True.
Usually it's full of like a solution that's like a much less conductive like liquid.
So it's never actually water. It's usually something
Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. How would you know? They kill the robot and rip out the parts and give it to you.
So just to get this straight, you didn't know if it was actual water or horrible poison, and you drank it. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just really fucking pissed at this motherfucking machine. Did you
mean,
see that?
I know, I get that.
It was
but
talking. It wouldn't talk because it saw a person. As soon as a arm left, it started talking to the other robot.
I mean, I get that, and I understand that you're angry, but
Maybe they're shy?
maybe when you
Shy. Fuck you.
find this programming, maybe that's part of it. Maybe they're designed not to talk to humans for some reason. I don't get why they wouldn't.
I mean, you have employees and they stay quiet when your parents are around conducting business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So okay.
Speak when spoken to is a concept that exists.
This is fantastic. And whatever. But we need to go inside. There's more people in there. So let's go.
How do you
No,
know?
the people come from there. Point.
I don't care where you're pointing. There's people in this building besides James. Let's go.
Okay.
They're barricaded or whatever. That's why I know.
Do we have some
I say
emotional
very
moments?
dismissively and not
You can't keep
truthfully.
asking.
I mean,
If it's emotional, you'll know.
What if they have
I
guns?
need my points.
Then James might be dead, but we didn't hear any gunshots, so let's go before he dies. Oh wait, no, robots. Do they like robots? Do they drink robot blood?
Let's put a sheet over him.
And then he'll be a ghost.
How would that
Just
help?
burn Triana's name on the wall.
I mean, they've never heard one talk, so if we just put a sheet over him and he talks, they'll just think he's a freakishly large man.
I mean, fair.
Oh, that's much bigger.
Put a
Exactly.
fucking jacket on. Even though this guy specifically told you not to do that because it makes you less awesome.
I'll just take my trench coat, button it up.
There we go. There, that makes us maybe 25% less likely to be shot.
Alright, let's go.
So anyway, James, you went
Yes.
upstairs, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll
The
be
upstairs
cautious.
is like a staff area, but it looks like it's pretty dilapidated. The hole in the ceiling where the ceiling broke. You hear a commotion downstairs. They're arguing about some shit.
Okay.
When you move closer to the clicking, it's the back of it's like the back of a projector room.
Okay.
And it's a projector. Like it's on and it has power and it's running a film and it's clicking. Like it's the reel rolling over and over, clicking. And the metal tag is clicking against the reel.
I'll look around. Hello? Anyone here?
Take it around it.
You hear someone breathing in and breathing out and walking towards you. There's a little cherry of red in the dark.
I'll kind of raise my hand. Hello?
It's a woman, 30s, haggard as shit from all this. She's wearing jeans, leather overcoat, has what looks like one of those machines' chest cavities, like on her chest as like body armor. It's like that segmented bit. And she's smoking. Her throat is opened and has what looks like a computer cooling fan in it. That's like blowing the smoke she's breathing in out.
Wow.
She has a cigarette with those little long holders on it, but it's clearly a cigarello. What are you doing here? What do you want? There's a clicking sound from her happening, like a cocking of a hammer.
Okay. I'll just kind of put my hands. I'm like, I come in peace. I'm not here to scavenge or steal anything from you. In fact, we could even trade, but I'm looking for some information.
You hear laughter outside. It's just water! It's just water!
We apparently have some water. Yes.
Let me see your teeth.
I'll be like, I can't take my mask off. Look.
Take a deep breath.
I mean, you're not gonna die immediately.
Yeah, I'll take a deep breath and just.
She walks up, and haggard looking, kind of gets a look at you. You're not from here.
No. Put the mask back on. No. Not at all. I'm from a different city, different district, far away from here. As I say, we're seeking some information.
What could you possibly want from here?
There's a large room that's sealed with a
Metal door.
shaped like a wheel, and it turns. Inside it, there's a computer, and it has some programming on it that is very useful to us.
Huh. You don't say.
Do you know of any area that might have something like that?
Nah.
It might have been used by the machines at one point. No?
Nah. Anyway, you guys burst onto the scene.
Yeah.
You brought friends.
Yes.
Just thinking of what you know.
And it goes in with, both drinking from the mouth.
Do you have a sheet over you to make you not look like a robot? Or do you just look like a robot?
I think I'm a robot wrapped in cellophane.
A robot. Alright, you guys burst on in.
Oh, you found someone.
Yes, there's at least one survivor here. I assume there are more. Kind of
Yeah, I
looking
think
at
there's
her.
more. I'm gonna say, yeah, I think there's more. I'm gonna look behind my back at my guy. No?
No, shakes his head.
Oh, okay.
Quite the entourage. Where'd you repurpose this one?
Found it.
Yes, just found it.
Got it doing tricks. What? What?
Green Goblin, motherfucker.
I can't help it. We're in Green Goblin mode now. Mary Jane and I are gonna have a hell of a time. I can't do it. It's Willem Dafoe now.
Stop it, Devin.
It's too late for me. Let me die. Anyway, yeah. Got it to do tricks.
Yeah, basically. It's just a
How
robot.
are you alive?
I figured out a workaround to the air problem.
Just you?
Presumably the other people I've been using this on. She has her gun.
The heck's up with there's a guy outside?
Ah, yeah, Gil.
What happened to him?
He stayed out after dark when the gangs were coming through.
You have gangs?
The reformers. They think if they act like upright citizens and prostrate themselves enough, the air will come back.
And killing people is their idea of normal citizenship?
He broke curfew.
She kind of points at
Aaron.
Aaron when she says that. Hey, they learned it from the robots.
They're not robots. They're better than that.
You'll see.
They're trying to act like the city did.
And that's why we're here. That's why we've got to fix this.
Oh yeah.
Do they only come out at night then, these gangs?
They mostly come out at night. Mostly. They're there to enforce the curfew.
Their main goal is to get the air back to the city.
The air, the machines, the screens, everything.
Okay.
They're sorry.
What are they sorry for? What did they do?
Well, whatever fell us out of favor with the man.
So, was there anything big that happened before all this happened, or was it just...
Now, one day the fans just stopped. All the machines left. Mostly.
Well,
There was just a crowd of like 30 of them right outside, tearing down a bunch of signs out there.
Yeah, the construction guys. You probably didn't notice the bodies they were burying.
I assumed.
yeah.
Why didn't you just walk to one of the other cities?
Because it's a 30-hour walk.
We've got a ride. We can bring you back if you want.
Sure.
Is that alright with you guys?
Yeah.
I mean, anything's got to be better than this.
Oh yeah, it's
For
just
now.
You can't live without
there's
the
only
city.
so much room.
Yeah.
You have to be careful about that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a barcode, it should be fine. You still have yours, right?
Or like head shape, like part of her head shape, and it's still there.
Okay. Well, if you can scavenge any wheels and any motors in the meantime, we'll definitely be able to give you a ride back. We'll meet you back here before we leave.
Sure, I'll just stick tight.
Okay.
The sooner we find what we're looking for, the sooner we can get you out of here. Do you know anything about a building here that would have a vault? Something with like a safe?
I don't know what you're describing.
I already asked.
I stuck to the theater in my apartment complex.
What about administrative buildings?
I guess we should ask the formans.
There are a few parts of the city that were off limits. A lot of the penthouses.
Okay.
The elevators didn't go up to them.
Could you point us in that direction?
So he points out a hole in the wall to one of the penthouses.
Okay. Does that seem like a good place
There's
to
lights
start?
that are flickering on it.
Yeah, that might be the best bet. I think.
So how are you able to survive here?
like put a hole in my fucking throat and put a fan in and put some filters in.
What about food? The dispensers, do those still work? Did you
Oh
sell
god,
those?
no. You just, find what you can find.
Which doesn't ask any further questions.
Are you carrying that big water drum?
Oh
Or
yeah.
did you leave it
What
outside?
they do?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it back with our truck, right? Our
The truck.
thing.
Yeah, but
Go
I
tell
don't
these
know.
stories
Are we
down.
gonna go all the way down? Like,
All right, no.
are you just
I'll, like-
carrying it with you right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I'm gonna look at you and be like, "What's that?"
The robot ran on water.
Oh,
It just has a thing to make water in it.
that's really useful.
Oh yeah.
Lucky find. Some of them do. Not many of them. Most of them run on toxins, coolants.
Yeah, no.
This one's just like fresh water. It's nice and cool
We
and
should-
everything.
Leave that here for now, rather than lugging it around the city.
Yeah, I just I'm gonna have to climb shit. I'm not gonna take this with me.
Yeah. So can we leave this here with you and pick it up when we pick you up?
Shows over to the garbage all around the theater and the debris. It's like, oh yeah, just put it with the rest of my sorted inventory.
Okay. Well, thank you.
All right. Have a day.
What's your name?
Jericho.
Jericho.
Okay.
Everyone's had motions to write it down.
Right? Everyone did it.
Yep.
We'll leave the theater, I guess.
All right, you're still in the city. You're still at like the little intersection where the theater is.
A little ways away from the theater, so we're kind of semi out of earshot. I didn't see her have any special like hearing cybernetics or anything, did I?
No?
Okay.
Did you? You have your character sheet.
Yeah.
Your character sheet would tell you if you did or not.
Fair enough.
What?
What?
Well, I asked like kind of what's cybernetics, but yeah.
No, he's asking if he saw
And I have
that she
Jamie.
had any.
Oh, she had any.
Yeah.
I asked if you did. I'm like, I don't
No.
fucking know. I barely remember your name.
No.
James.
And I have jamming on. Okay, so I think we should try and talk to these gangs.
They're fucking crazy people.
I mean,
They hung a guy for breaking curfew.
Yes, but we could
so we should
use,
approach
and
them.
I point him, we could use him to our benefit here. If we say he's
Fair.
a representative
But
to talk to see if this city can come back online, we might be able to get them to help us around.
So we're
that's
gonna,
fair, but that's really cruel.
yeah, we're basically manipulating them.
And
Like-
then we take them back to the city with us.
They're
No,
killing
they're
people.
crazy
They're
people.
a gang.
Like I understand.
Gangs
saving,
are against the law, fucko.
I
And
understand
there's
saving
many
Jericho
of them.
because she's, she's just surviving out here. But they're actively hunting down and killing people for arbitrary laws that don't exist anymore.
Okay, well
I
then,
mean, they're falsity laws, so that's good.
No.
no,
No.
no, it's not.
You mean murder? That's a crime.
They're-
Crime's illegal.
Okay, then we leave them here. We get what we want from them and leave them.
But that's just super mean. They're crazy, but they're just because they're desperate. Like, it's just because they were
Well then,
abandoned by everything they ever believed in.
Yeah, once we fix the robots, we can help them. But until then, I think it's best if we just leave them alone and don't interrupt them in any way.
Oh shit, when's
Okay.
curfew?
well then
Is
we
it
will.
different in different cities?
Who knows?
Shit.
So
There's a
okay,
universal
we'll
mean
do
system.
we'll do our best to avoid them. If we do run into them, we need to make our stance be one of power, because otherwise we're gonna get outnumbered quickly.
That's understandable. We should stick to buildings
Okay.
and try out the penthouse first.
Ah, shit. We have to go hide our thing you made. Our vehicle.
It's downstairs, 30 stories down.
I don't think anyone. They do go out there. They go out there and die in the desert.
Like, put signs up and shit. Like, they definitely go outside.
Oh.
And that motorcycle was on fire. I don't know. Maybe they destroyed all vehicles.
Let's cover it in a tarp and cover it in sand.
Well,
I mean,
it's
if
got-
you guys could, I'm not.
It's got propaganda all over it. It
Still.
looks like a big billboard.
I don't want to risk it.
Okay.
That's our only way back.
Okay. We'll go down there and
Whisk can stay upstairs. It's fine.
I'll cover it up, make it look like a little bit of garbage, make it look like a billboard kind of propaganda sign fell or something.
We could check something out in the meantime, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like go to one of the penthouses.
That's far away though. We don't want to go alone.
Let's split up.
Plus, it requires a lot of climbing.
That's just not good for him.
Yeah, like the penthouse is like further away. I think it would be wise to stick together for this, not.
You guys go down and are heading back up. Well, I guess it's you're hanging out up on your own.
Yep.
Wait, this guy's here too.
Oh, you're there too?
Yeah.
Yep. The city's just kind of quiet. There's no air running. Like everything's kind of just staying very still, except for like the fires and damage. And some of the buildings are shifting. Some of the plates the city's on. You hear wind chimes in the distance, and if you look up on some of the power lines, which are totally a thing, there's like wind chimes made of like what do you call them? License plates and like bullet casings that have been strung together with fishing line and like yellow and red wires just kind of hanging in the breeze. There's like a robot head mask underneath it, looking around.
What's fishing?
Fishing line still exists.
Like wires and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of pretty, in a way, I guess.
What is pretty?
This art stuff created by humans, things that really serve no real purpose aside from it looks nice. It makes you feel nice. It's one of the few things we have.
I suppose.
Yeah. There's no purpose to it. It just makes you feel good. It's something that's just shrugs. It's something I wish people had more drive to do nowadays. Nobody really does it.
I suppose not. I haven't seen that.
Such for your arms.
Oh yeah. He just kind of motions his very intricate arms around.
Well, I haven't seen that much around the other cities.
No, it seems like, I mean, it's really awful to say, but civilization's kind of broken down here, and I wonder if it gave way to something. Even if it's horrible, it's something. It says something about the human soul, that even amid all this carnage, there's this.
I suppose it's not like the other propaganda. That's a little bit like art.
I guess, from a certain point of view, but it's art that's meant to suppress you. It's meant to scare you into submission.
Also, it has a purpose.
Yeah.
Ideally, art should inspire a person to create their own, to,
I mean, it does inspire to obey.
I guess.
All the city.
Doing things out of fear or out of obligation feels... It's not the same.
I mean, is that what Gear is about? Doing things out of obligation?
What's that?
You have obligation to one another?
I guess, but that's more... You're doing it because someone did you a favor, so of course you should pay them back. You should repay that kindness.
So if the city provides you food, don't you owe it a favor?
I guess, but it's the bare minimum. It's not doing it out of any kindness. It's doing it to keep us alive for I don't know. I don't know what it wants with us. It doesn't need us. It just keeps us.
Yeah.
And we have nowhere else to go anymore.
No. Can't survive in the city.
I mean, imagine what the city might be like if we can reprogram the robots and have them come back and we can just live together.
Oh.
There's no need for, humans to command robots. If we could just... They talk with you. How do they talk to you?
Well, I go up to them and start a conversation, like I started a conversation with you.
But what's it like? Is it matter of fact? Do they talk about things, their interests? What are they...
I don't think they have any interest. They're more about what they're doing. So it's very straightforward to the point.
Do you have interests?
Well, I try to learn more about myself, figure out what's going on, what's my purpose here.
So you're aware that you are something that exists.
Oh,
You're aware of yourself,
yes?
and you want to find more about yourself. That's very human.
Huh. I suppose it is.
And I just kind of wonder if these other robots, what if they have that capability? What if we can program it into them? What if it becomes something that's just a part of them?
I mean, it might take a lot of hard drive to be able to process all of that, and all of them are really, really basic. So maybe not everyone will be able to do
I
that.
mean, your memory is full.
Well, yeah, but think of the man in the tower. If he's still alive, if some remnant of him exists, he made these robots. He designed them. What if he can make them better? What if he can allow them to feel and to be more like us?
Hmm.
It's just food for thought. I don't know.
Hmm. I don't think that's it.
Yeah,
Natural conclusion.
this just kind of stares off again at the wind chimes.
Ready starts exploring the nearby area, see what else can be found.
I guess we'll come up after you guys' conversation. Will it be finished decorating, hiding the tank?
It's covered in
Car.
sand.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it hidden?
I think so.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Okay, up to the penthouse now.
Yeah, yeah.
You either go for the penthouse, or I heard that people are coming from that way, in general.
Well, we want to avoid the people right now, I think.
For now, unless it's necessary. But for now, we have somewhere to go. So
Yeah.
Let's go to the penthouse.
Okay. I guess as we go up the stairs, you'll carry Wiss's stuff, and I'll carry Wiss.
Sure.
This doesn't have like a wheelie tank, you guys. Like it's like attached to his hip.
yeah, it's not a big. Oh wait, he probably does have a big one for this, like we all do.
Yeah.
So
So
fair.
Yeah.
he's just clearly struggling to carry it.
And we're back. So you guys are heading to the skyscraper, or the penthouse.
Yep.
This tower has a steel facade that's been like weathered and rusted and damaged. Those big, large windows are on it, neon signs and piping all over it that is shattered and blown out. It's a good 30 stories, 40 stories high. The front of it is just a simple like sliding glass door that's been shattered, but the hinges sometimes still kind of slide in a bit and stop. There's a lot of debris on the core floor of it. Looks like it was some sort of mall.
Thoroughly looted, I assume.
Yeah, there's like broken screens everywhere, but like when you guys are looking at them, the video's superimposed over the like burned out husks of glass. The propaganda playing, but it's not like people talking propaganda. It's like just signs like, keep quiet,
A known face, familiar face.
keep quiet. Violence begets violence. Don't make life harder for your neighbors than you have to.
Okay.
All kind of rings hollow here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe that's...
You're safe here. We're here for your protection. Your way of life is secure.
Maybe that gives us some clues as to why they're being punished.
No, this is just the same shit they always say.
Yeah.
Do all the propaganda
The future looks bright.
Do all the propaganda screens and all of the spokes have the same propaganda on?
Oh yeah, it's the same type of stuff, but sometimes it just changes up.
Yeah. I think like, are there some more targeted towards some areas than others?
Oh yeah, it changes based on circumstance and context.
Yeah. So it could be related to this context.
Yeah, we're here to keep you safe. The future is bright. Your safety is secured.
Don't panic.
Yeah, none of that shit's real. So.
No, it's cruel.
No wonder they went nuts. This stuff mocking them.
Yeah.
You're exactly where you deserve to be.
Does it actually pop up?
Yeah.
Wow.
That makes sense.
I remember that one.
All right, this is all similar to you. These ones started popping up a lot in your city when they went dead.
That's just what they do.
Hmm.
It's like to just rub it in your face.
Like there's one of those large, like kind of like rectangular, long, like mall. You know, the ones that have like a picture of a person and like a clothing ad, but it's like reap the fruits of your labor.
Yeah, see, it's shit like this, which lets me know that no, it's not just casual, they don't know what's going. No, this is intentional and malicious.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no elevators here, is there?
I mean, there are elevators here, there's like 5 of them.
They just don't work. Is there a robot around or a battery that we could hook up to this elevator?
There are both of those things around.
I do have 8.
I said that listener's looking directly at Peter.
A spare one that we won't have to gut for pieces.
There was one.
Oh, back.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I am not climbing stairs.
Yeah, no, we should take an elevator and go.
The elevators don't work.
Yes, but
I
if you
mean,
guys get in the elevator, I can pull us up.
On top of the elevator, you mean? Or
Yes.
is that gonna tire you out? Will you be fine?
You can also do the other thing.
Yeah.
Everyone gets on top of the elevator and holds onto the cable, and then you cut the elevator, and the counterweight drags you up screaming to the penthouse.
I just picture we don't hold it right, and the cord whips through our hand and just flays.
like your
us
hand
down.
just explodes off from the friction, like the bones superheat and detonate like a grenade. You're just like, no!
See, I'd be fine. All of them.
Oh, I'd be fine too. It's just like,
your
oh,
whole arm will be ripped
that'll
off.
bust out.
And you have magnet hands. And this one's a robot. You'd all be fine. There's 4 of you and 5 elevators. Each of you can hold onto a cord and cut your respective elevator.
All
No.
of us have fake arms.
Because then that's not how you
A
get
farewell to arms.
My arms are real.
No, I'll
They just also have magnets in them.
I'll go back outside and loot that robot for
I think.
batteries and
I think I broke it. Is it?
He broke his face.
Yeah, its battery's on its face, Nicole.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll go-
it has a battery.
The way you
inside
said
it.
there was one made it sound like it wasn't usable anymore.
No, there.
No, before that.
Anyway, you have the
Yeah,
battery.
I'll take a battery and I'll just plug it in. I'll jerry rig something up with the like I'll pop off the.
You know about
Panel?
elevators in real life.
And this is
Where would
definitely not how it would work.
On top.
You'd actually have
There's
to
a
get to the
motor
top.
on top.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess if you want, I can take it to the top. I don't get that tired. Anyone
Yeah.
else coming with?
Yeah, I'll go with you, I guess. You can walk.
Plunk, plunk.
Like, we just like Wes, you're pretty small, right?
Yep.
I say in character, even though like I can see that.
He's significantly shorter than all of you, yes.
I could just
Tiny and malformed like a pug.
if we could just like tie Wes to my back, I could probably climb with him.
That sounds really claustrophobic.
I mean, there are the stairs. The elevator doesn't go all the way up. So just take the
Again, I
stairs.
think we should just. Why don't I just sit on top of the elevator and wheel us up? Then when we get to the top, we can turn it on, and that way we can go down a lot easier.
I guess the elevators don't go all the way up though.
No, but we can get up as high as they go, which is higher than. Between me and Ray, we can take turns wheeling us up.
Alright.
Okay?
That's fair.
So you're gonna bring the elevator up, or you're gonna use
You!
the stairs?
No, I don't know if you
We
can take
use
people
the
with you. Never
stairs.
mind.
Can't.
Okay. Because I was gonna
Oh, there's stairs
say.
over there?
Plunk.
No, sorry, use the elevator.
Also
We're
makes
gonna
him horribly sick. So.
Well, I'll like rip open the doors and put everybody in, and then
Oh, there's bodies in this elevator.
yeah, I'll
When you force
clean
them
them
open.
out.
How old?
Any cybernetics?
Weeks,
Yeah.
months.
Oh,
Any
God.
cybernetics?
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
I'll take a few parts and stuff, like anything that looks.
There's like 16 people in here, and they all died of the elevator going down to the bottom floor.
Yeah. No, we'll just kind of scoop them out and take anything that's useful, still good. Kind of pocket it just for spare parts.
I mean, I'm not gonna,
And I'm going up.
but
It's
It's James
scavenger's
talking about.
life.
Yeah, the light in here is flickering like a fluorescent light, and it's like a dome, and you can see a little dark spot in it that kind of moves around.
Yeah, I'll just punch a hole through the ceiling with my arm and climb up. Start pulling the elevator up.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys slowly make your way up 40 stories.
When we get to the top, I'll just grab the rope and I'll just grab
Crimp
something
it?
and just basically crimp it all together, and then get everybody off the elevator.
You guys get up to the penthouse, or not the penthouse, like the penultimate floor.
Okay. Is there anything around on this floor, or?
It's like an apartment complex.
Okay.
There's like little corridors, fire extinguishers, doors. The doors are all metal and have numbers engraved into them and like slide open. They have magnetic locks, the type that lock if there's no power.
Can you wrench these open?
Yeah,
One can.
I'll just open one of the doors.
A lot of them have dead people in them from years ago.
Yeah.
But those are the rich people. They have good abilities.
Yeah, I'll scavenge a few parts here and there, but nothing
Is,
crazy.
is that really necessary? I mean, they've already suffered enough, and now you're just...
I mean, they can't
Like-
suffer anymore. They're dead.
Yeah, they're,
Why waste good parts?
yeah, they're already dead, and these parts can go to helping someone who's alive
You?
or someone else. I sell a lot of parts to your family. There's
They need to
where do you think parts come from?
Robots.
Yes, or the dead, or somewhere that has random machinery. There lots of different areas where parts come from. Sorry, but
Yeah.
yeah.
The city provides the parts, then you take the parts apart and put it in yourself. And then, if you die, those parts get repurposed.
Yep,
Nothing goes to waste.
exactly.
Wiss is also very well aware that his prince are going to repurpose his arms when he dies, so...
We're gonna go back to Mr. Cohen.
I was just gonna say they don't own
Or that.
those.
Cohen's like, what are you
Cohen
doing?
owns those.
Those are mine.
Good point, actually.
You're not allowed to just give.
He's aware
those
they're
to
going to be
someone who
repossessed when he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
They have tracking implants in them.
Alright, you're able to get a fair amount of scrap out of this.
yeah, just general scrap that I'll probably just put in a bag and load it in the elevator before we.
That elevator's making a creaking sound and swaying slightly because of the crimping.
did. Alright.
So I'm not seeing a vault.
Well, it would be on the penthouse floor.
I don't think
I
the
think-
vault's gonna be in here, but
Yeah.
we might be able to find some archives and stuff.
Just straight up, when Wiss is being upset about the scavenging,
Yeah.
I'm going to specifically position myself in front of him so he doesn't have to see the fact that they were probably also cannibalizing each other. Going to also do
that's
that.
fair. That's a good way to do it.
Not really. A lot of these only had one or two people in them, and the doors magnetically lock without power.
I can see a lot of damage being done to your own body when you're
Yeah.
trapped and suffocating, so... Yeah. Either way, Wiss is just very physically
And those
ill
windows are
from
shatterproof.
Yeah. We're not going up here to find the vault. We're going here to find information about the vault from the.
So there's like grease splatters on the window from people banging on them.
Yeah, that's not grease.
From the rich people, because they're the foremen, so they might know more about the administrative buildings.
Yeah. We'll go up the stairs and
Are there stairs? How do you get up there?
Yeah, upstairs.
How else do you get up here? There are
That's
no
what I was
signs of
wondering.
stairs.
I'm like,
The stairs are on this floor, and it's like a magnetic lock door that you guys can wrench open, and it's utility access.
Yeah.
Another floor, very much like the one below, except only has one door for the elevator and one door for the suite.
Do go up here.
I'll
Okay.
rip open the suite door.
Yeah, like there's like the 5 elevator doors up here. It's just that the physical buttons won't go up anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, it's a penthouse suite. It looks like it's empty, like no one was here when it locked. It has a lot of power still in it, which you saw from up here.
Yeah.
There's a low thrum of neon and fluorescent lights just in the background, like that clicking, hissing sound.
Is there still air in here?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's still air in here.
Yeah, there's even holographic displays.
It's locked up still. So I guess this is when the power is diverted in case of emergency. So it goes up from the bottom.
Okay, well, while you guys are looking for plans, I'm gonna go find whatever's generating air in here.
There is a condenser kind of in the middle of the living room area that's just doing its thing.
How big
It has
is
it's probably the size of a like a deep freezer,
Okay.
the kind you bring out to camp, like the big one that you hook up with the big prongs.
Yeah. I'm gonna start James just starts taking a bunch of notes on it and drawing. It looks like he's basically drawing schematics for this, trying to figure out taking small parts apart that it doesn't break or anything.
How do I plug this into myself?
Well, basically, how do I make this smaller? But yeah.
So I look for some computers.
Yeah, there's a computer in here. It's a city terminal.
Perfect. Plug into it and start searching for the data.
Okay. It also has like a keyboard and stuff.
Fine, I'll use the stupid way.
it's a lot easier for you. Doing the plug-in thing requires doing navigating, but just using it like it's a computer seems to be easier.
Okay.
A lot of the city tech is built for human interface.
Okay.
All right. It's a black on green display matrix screen. Command line prompt. It looks like it's running a more recent version of the city's operating system.
Oh, that's nice. So I guess it gets updates still, I suppose.
I mean, it's not like there's like a network that really does that. It looks like whatever this is, it's running on a more recent version.
Okay. So I try getting into it, getting the information on manufacturing plants around the city, some maps.
This terminal was used by someone who was basically a scavenger that hit it big enough to become their own business person, kind of like a parallel to Kevin's family or Wiss's family, but not mobsters. Looks like this person was a tech person.
So a bit like James, only less crazy.
Yeah, so nothing like your friends.
Okay.
Nothing like them, but kind of like them.
Kind of like all of them, only a little bit. Okay.
So a lot of stuff in here is just mock-ups for different equipment he was scavenging, like the condenser in the room. He just went into one of the city's fan complexes and just started stripping parts out of it and didn't wait for anyone to stop him.
Makes sense.
There's designs for weapons, just modifying some of the drones and stuff for more complex weapons that never really got anywhere, like laser-based stuff. There's the holographic displays, which you can control from here. You can turn on and off. And there's a generator in here.
Oh, cool. So I guess, hey, there's a generator there if you want. Don't plug it up.
After getting schematics for the air filter,
Don't turn it off yet.
I'll start getting schematics for the generator too. And
There is a
poking
room
around
full
at
of barrels with hoses in it, and it's dragging the liquid out of the hose into a large cylindrical thing that's running very hot, like the metal's red hot and stuff, and making a churning sound. And it's producing steam that's being piped through this place to heat up copper pipes.
Cool. So it gets gas powered.
The liquid seems to be just liquid that was collected from rain and stuff. It's like salt water.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So, any other information on the terminal?
Scavenging locations,
Well,
but a lot of them are they're not encrypted or encoded. They're just written in a way that is more intuitive for the guy who was making these notes.
Well, I guess we can try decoding some of them with James. So, between us scavengers, we can try
Take a look.
What are you two doing while these guys are hitting the
terminal.
terminal up?
How recently lived in does this place seem? Like,
It looks like it hasn't. No one's been in here for years.
just gonna look at like signs of who lived here, what they were like.
Some sort of technologist.
Does it seem like they like stayed here at all, or just?
Yep, there's a workshop, there's a bed, and it's an actual bed with like sheets and stuff. There's like a little kitchenette in here. There's schematics and diagrams everywhere on the wall, like printed up and stuff. There's like a large like plotter that looks like it's been co-opted from an old factory that just prints out blueprints, big ones, like ones that would be as big as this table.
I guess I'm just looking for like personal effects and.
A lot of these blueprints have like personal markings on them and changes and updates and stuff.
What are the blueprints for? A lot of them.
Generators, air purifiers, weapons.
Stuff that can make the city self-sufficient without relying on robots, basically. A lot of it, or
A lot of it looks like he was just tearing stuff out of his city, like his smoke, and just doing stuff with it. Like in the workshop, there's a bunch of dead flying drones, a bunch of those little metools. Like just that he's opened up and changed and made different.
So I guess he was using that while the city was still active, not scavenging to survive inside of the city.
Yeah, it looks like he made his name when the city was active.
what are these medbots? How destroyed are they?
They've been opened up and changed to do different things. Like one of them doesn't have legs anymore, and if you like try to click to turn it on, its shell opens up into reflective mirrors and smoke and creates a holographic display interface.
Are any of these still working as medbots?
Metools.
What do you mean?
Metool are the little turtle guys that walk around doing stuff.
Like
The ones-
repairing parts of the city?
Repairing, pulling stuff. Some of them have C4 in them. That's just what they're like naturally from the city.
The ones with alcohol in them usually.
Yeah.
The ones that still repair stuff, can I turn a few of those on and just kind of set them loose?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And they skitter away from the city.
Just gonna activate the ones that, repair stuff and set them loose. Maybe they can help the city a bit, fix up a few things.
Well, if they're on their normal programming, they'll leave the city.
I wonder if they've been altered in that way so that they'll... I guess I wouldn't know unless...
Plug in.
Yeah.
Anything worth anything in here?
There seems to be a room that's sealed off that has like a big metal door in the way.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Alright. There's not a wheel on the door.
No.
Okay.
It's one of those magnetic doors, like from the apartments downstairs. It's like locked.
Can I use my magnet limbs to make it work? I don't know how magnet doors work. Okay.
Yeah, sure. That's clever.
Okay.
All right, yeah, you're able to like move the bolt basically inside over and hold it because it's spring loaded basically, and open the door and then let go and it just goes. Like if your head was through that, it would kill you.
Alright.
This room is basically about the size of a small bedroom, and has wire racks everywhere and like hooks on them because it has like guns on it and body armor. And in the back of the room, it looks like one of those city robots.
Let me see the robot. I'm gonna like tense up. Is it moving?
Nope, it's sitting. Its head is looking down. It has wires coming out of it plugged into a wall.
Gonna look back to my guy. Is it alive? Well,
It's a robot.
is it functional?
I don't know.
Has
Is there
electrovision.
robot?
It can tell if people. It can see it.
Hmm?
It has electrovision, so it actually can see if it has like electricity going through it and shit.
It's plugged in. It has a current going through it.
All right. Gonna go and just walk up to it. Wait, I'm gonna leave. Wait, Ray, come here.
I walk over.
I'm gonna leave. You ask it if it's awake still.
Lights aren't even on.
I can try turning it on. So,
Don't turn it on.
It's in a room surrounded by weapons. Does it have anything embedded in it? Is it weaponized?
No idea. Is it?
One of its arms has been replaced with a makeshift one that looks much smoother constructed than most of the cyberware you're used to. Like it's more built for purpose, like someone had a schematic and a template that they put together themselves in a machine shop. And it's an arm that is bigger, that doesn't have fingers, that has a submachine gun, like 2 of them together, built into it.
Oh, dang.
Look at James, something new for you.
Yeah. Dang.
Okay, I start fiddling around and seeing whether it can be turned on or not. But it's missing some obvious parts.
I don't want it to be turned on.
Yeah, no, don't turn it on, please. This thing looks like it'll be good for parts. Let's take it apart.
Can you just plug into it and access it without having to make it wake?
I guess you could start reading off its hard drive and its programming, so yes. I mean, you could unplug the hard drive and plug into it. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the back of it and just unplug it.
Okay.
Take it offline. Give you the hard drive, and then I'm gonna start fiddling around with it.
It's plugged into the walls and we don't know why.
Yeah.
For charging.
I don't
Fair.
know, but
That's
it's
what I
not gonna
do.
do anything now without its hard drive. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start checking over. All
It
its
probably
parts
doesn't
and
have
stuff.
some basic BIOS.
No.
The drive is custom made. The platters and stuff are all like forged.
Man, that's some good hard drive.
Yeah, it's smaller than you'd expect.
Okay. Plug in, start reading off of it.
Alright, it takes a while for your drivers to pick it up. After about a minute of it doing basically a communication thing, which is an eternity in your time, it detects a new drive. It has like 19 gigabytes of storage space in it.
Ooh, it's an upgrade.
Yeah, it's all full.
Well, okay, let's start going through it, see generally what's going on there.
Junk information. Like, it's just random files that generated itself over and over again and have been filling to capacity.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so it had some problems in its programming.
What do you mean?
I guess some buffer overflow that started corrupting its data over and over. So, oh, this is all junk. Oh, this is encrypted. It doesn't make it look like junk. As I'm looking at the robot more over there, any of its like chips will have some information there.
Chips looks like they were custom made and custom burned.
That's a good robot.
It's like the breadboards have all been like handmade and stuff, and like soldered and shit. Like this wasn't scavenged from bits for the most part.
I mean, you could unplug its arm and see what it does if it's online.
I don't want to risk it.
Pretty sure it's a gun.
I'm a little hesitant to junk it if it's this complex. This is something new.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say,
I mean, this looks like it's made with a purpose, similar to mine, I suppose. You know, this isn't your off-the-shelf stuff.
judging by its arm, its purpose is killing people.
I mean, I also have a gun arm.
Not necessarily people, to be fair.
Well, yeah, but killing.
But I mean, it's a robot, so probably meant for killing people.
I was gonna say, these are some nice legs. Whis, if you needed some new legs,
No.
then you could go up and down the stairs much easier. Might be able to help you. I owe you. I'm an amazing cybernetic.
I have trouble stairs not because I'm out of shape or because my legs are bad. It's because I'm sick.
Yes, but with healthier legs,
I mean,
you would be healthier.
cybernetic things can heal anything, right?
Pretty close to.
New legs aren't gonna make this better. If anything, they'll just.
Just say
No.
I owe you some favors, and if you wanted me to switch out your legs for you, I'd be happy to help.
I appreciate that. That's not a favor I want.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Maybe let's take its limbs off and then
Yeah.
see how it works. You know,
Fair enough.
when I plug
Yeah,
in.
no, I'll disassemble the limbs.
Most of its endoskeleton is made out of titanium and reinforced carbon fibers.
That's some good stuff.
Like a lot of the metals and sort of looking for composite materials match a lot of the stuff in you. That make you lighter than you should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's definitely some good handiwork. Okay.
The chest cavity has like a what's the word I'm looking for? A bladed plating that makes it basically bulletproof in a certain way.
Oh.
This is nice, guys.
Yeah.
So, but it's just a city robot, you mentioned?
Yeah, chassis is a city robot that's just been
Repurposed.
worked over and over again until like every part of it's been, tinkered with.
Absolutely. Everything on the inside is absolutely different.
So the face probably is the same.
That's sneaky. That means no one's going to question it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
The lights in the apartment start flickering off.
It might have been powering the
Did
apartment,
we
to be fair.
do that? We didn't do that.
Hmm?
I'll kind of. Do we hear anyone coming in, or?
Nope.
Do you notice
It might have been powering the apartment.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
That's
a generator
true.
right there.
Is the generator still running?
No, it's dying.
I'm gonna go tinker with it to try and restart it.
It's not a generator so much as it's like a transformer. Like it takes power from a central source and redistributes it in a way that balances the load.
Okay. We'll take the little battery that we had from the other robot and hook it up. Try and see if that works.
Works for a bit, but it's not nothing. Not everything in here is turning on anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe try and wake this one up while
Yep.
you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's. Okay, so take its limbs off, put the hard drive back in, and try to boot it up.
So yeah, the limbs come off pretty easy. It looks like they were designed for easy replaceability. The joints are reinforced. A lot of it looks like it's been armored and stuff. It takes about 15 minutes before the lights turn on. You hear like clicking and drives whirring and like internal components aligning and fans turning on. Lights underneath like the segmented parts of the torso and the limbs flick on as well, like indication lights. And eventually the like two main white eyes like flick on and looks up.
Hi. Are you on?
Yeah, let's leave, guys. It's
Yeah.
still an asshole.
But it's just looking at all four of you, and it looks like it's moving slower than usual. Like there's like a jerkiness to it.
Maybe it just doesn't have enough power. I mean, if someone designed this and put a bunch of the programming in, I can't picture why they'd still stick with the whole "don't talk to humans" thing.
Yeah.
Does it have a voice box still?
Yep.
I thought it was answering me for a second. I was like, oh.
Did you guys plug it back into the wall?
Yeah. Yeah, it's plugged into the wall. Just all its arms are unplugged.
Okay. When you're looking at the arms, you notice that it also had like capacitors and power sinks in it.
You know, if we just reattach the one arm and the legs, we won't have the weapon.
Yeah, but then it can get up and crush us with this titanium skeleton.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I can plug myself into it and share my power with it.
You don't have. It's not a power thing. It needs a way to balance the load. Like who has electromagnetic spectrum sensors and like better eyes?
That road, my
I got
ghost.
some food ice.
My ghost can see electricity.
Yeah, it's telling you that thing's giving off weird power surges. Like it's kind of giving you an indication of what's happening. There's like power spikes coming from it. Once it could power this whole city block.
That's nice.
Okay.
Well, you can always take whatever's in here out, close the door, I'll deal with it myself, and...
We can't take all. Like, this is an entire room full of weapons. I think we're better off. I don't know.
Take the weapons out, I'll deal with it. Worst case scenario, it'll start shooting me first, and you guys can run.
Yeah, who knows? Who even knows that these have ammo? Will be.
Yeah, I guess we can
Yeah.
take a look at its gun, unload its ammo.
Take the clips out.
Yeah?
Yeah. We'll take all the clips out of its gun and then reattach all its limbs.
All right. Around the time the legs and one of the arms goes back in, it starts to move much more smoothly, and you can hear like more indications of an old computer booting up.
No, we're gonna touch everything.
Yeah.
It's put back together, but still staring ahead. It's like its eyes flicker off and then flicker back on.
Hello.
You talk,
Oh. Oh
and
my
it
God.
will too.
That's good.
Who's your creator?
What is my purpose?
to serve humanity.
Checking drivers.
I hope you didn't just lie to it.
God, I hope not.
Peripherals installed. Diagnostic complete. The back of the wall makes a clicking sound and it unplugs itself and starts like moving its shoulders.
What is your programming?
File's corrupted.
Huh.
Oh.
We guessed as much.
What are your last memories?
Being assembled.
Do you know who assembled you?
No.
Would you know if you saw a picture of them?
No. No optics installed
Do you... Wait, even now? Or do you mean at the time?
at the time.
Yeah, he
Do
must have been.
you... Sorry?
He must have been assembled and immediately shut off.
Yep.
Or it's just corrupted. Do you... I don't even know what to talk to it about. Or talk to him. Well, I guess I've talked to him.
Do you know anything about this area?
It looks around the room it's in. Purpose unclear. Armory, perhaps?
Okay, it doesn't know anything about anything.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, no, that's okay. It's
Are you connected to any sort of network?
Negative.
That's
interesting.
Do you have the capacity to be? Like, are you only not
Peripheral-
because you're out of range?
Onboard hardware supports wireless peripherals, none installed. Driver not found.
he's like Rayleigh.
I don't know about
Do you
that.
feel?
Search query unclear. Defined.
No, I don't think he's like Rayleigh.
Does Rayleigh feel anything? I mean,
Do you feel curious? Do you?
Elaborate.
do you want anything?
Do you wonder about your purpose? Do you wonder about who made you?
That's a lot of questions at once.
Sorry.
Don't apologize to it.
Her question first.
Do you want anything?
Unclear at this junction.
What are your capabilities?
Driver information details combat capabilities. Perhaps pacification?
Define?
Civil unrest pacification. Onboard help documentation shows fair amount of system hardening. So industrial conflicts. Hardpoint weaponry defenses. Likely not neutralization of soft targets. Too much system hardening for that.
Huh.
Designed to fight other machines?
Designed not to hurt people. I think that's the important
Yeah.
part here.
Yeah.
Not designed not to hurt people, but
It's
just
hard
not
not-
specifically designed to hurt people.
Hard not to hurt humans.
I like the sounds of that.
What's your feelings? What is your programming towards humans?
Unclear. Documentation corrupted.
Do you know how to fix it?
Not at this juncture.
You have a bunch of blueprints and shit. What is it for this?
Yeah, I'll go flip through, see if there's any blueprints or anything of interest that.
Are you all leaving the armory room?
No, I'm gonna keep an eye
I'll
on it.
leave the armory
Because
room.
like it's gonna get up and follow you.
Yeah. Yeah, if it follows me, then it can follow me, but I'll leave.
And I'm definitely not turning my back on it.
Blueprints detail just nonsense. Like, just lots of ideas that seem to be incorporated into this. Like, there's even, like, you know, ideas for, like, plating that would, like, deflect small arms fire.
Cool. Interesting.
So anything else interesting in the armory?
Weapons built from robots. And a lot of stuff that's been custom made. Like, actual rifles. Like, not ones that are just robot arms, but an actual rifle with a stock and a barrel and a sight.
Yeah. I'm not comfortable with the idea of those gangs that were finding this stuff.
Yeah, no, we should take a lot of this for ourselves and destroy the rest.
I think that would be best. I wouldn't like this being brought back to the city either.
Well, you said there was armor in here too, like bulletproof vests and probably like Kevlar. It had armor. Oh, I thought you said like there was, you know, like
Guns.
rows of guns and armor and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I thought.
It's mostly weapons.
Mostly weapons. Okay. So, yeah, we'll take.
Like, there's a mortar in here with shells that have been machined for it.
Yeah.
You know, if we bring this guy along with us, he can probably protect us if we run into any trouble.
Yep. I'm ashamed to leave him here.
Fear. Can you power down?
Power down's inevitable at this point. It's like opening up filing cabinets and going through schematics.
I wonder if there's a recharge station. I mean, there's robots around here that are still functioning.
How long until you power down?
And starts doing some math in its head. You can hear the clicking. 300 seconds.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, there's the problem. It, like, puts a blueprint out on the table.
what is it?
Never finished. It's designed for a power generator. Like a power system that's different from the acid and alkaline and lithium batteries that most of the robots use.
I'll take that.
How complicated is it?
Creator never finished.
This kind of glances over at
How complicated does it look?
It apparently uses different types of water and rare metals that someone found from the old mines around the area to create a, like, steam and heat based power source.
Yeah, fucking have one of these downstairs, right? We have a water steam powered
What's
machine.
right here?
Yeah.
Is that what this is?
No.
No. This is much more complex.
Yeah.
This is smaller and
It's giving off enough power to power an entire city block.
yeah.
This could power your cybernetics for 500 years after you died.
Yeah. No, this is much more powerful. I'll definitely be pocketing blueprints and stuff.
Yep.
Record
Record that.
Yeah. We'll let it power down.
Power down cannot be started prematurely.
Oh, okay. Oh. Sorry, what I meant was I guess we'll just kind of
Wait it out.
wait it out and let it just power down.
A lot of its metal is starting to heat up. Like, you can see some of the interior parts start to
Are you gonna explode when you power down?
Unclear. Power source was never completed.
Oh.
Was just gonna check out that room with the heated barrels and the copper wires. Does that look similar to, like, was that him experimenting with that kind of thing?
It looks like it's the rest of his power source.
Oh.
He just never got around to micronizing it.
Oh.
Okay.
And it's got the waters and stuff here.
Can't you just hook them back
Yeah,
onto
in
the
those
wall?
barrels with the tubes in it and stuff, if you look in, there's rods, and those rods are red hot if they're not covered in water.
I guess we'll take him and put him into water.
But can't we just
No.
plug
Yeah,
plug them back in? Will he stop being about to explode?
If you plug back in, will you be okay?
I don't know, I've only been alive for 250
Go,
seconds.
go
Let's
plug
plug you
back
back
in.
It sits down and plugs back in, and after a while, the heat starts to dissipate, and those barrels start boiling.
Okay. Are you still gonna power down in, well, probably 100 seconds now?
No. Now it's going to be 31,053,000, 6,000 seconds.
How long is that? In like hours?
Rate translates.
Days.
365.
I really hope you can't feel boredom.
Okay.
I don't know.
Can you start power down prematurely?
It looks like it's perpetual.
Maybe we can build this. I mean, well, maybe you can build this.
Yes.
Why do I need so much power?
Yeah, what's it filtering to?
Crosses its arms.
Maybe if we shut
Central
down.
processing unit.
Huh.
Well, how much memory?
Do you know where it is?
Points to its head.
Oh, just
19
your brain. Your brain
gigs.
takes up that much power?
19
Apparently.
gigabytes. That's insane.
How much does yours have?
13.
Huh.
Wait, 13 gigabytes, 19 gigabytes?
I sure it was 13 gigabytes. I thought you were like
13.
13 kilobytes or something.
No.
Yeah.
No?
13 gigabytes, the size of the hard drive I had in my first computer when we got
Oh,
one.
okay.
Top of the line at the time.
There's got to be more to your central processing if it's taking up this much power.
It looks
Yeah.
over to the toolbox in the corner.
Okay.
I'll go.
What's in this? Toolbox.
The tools to open his head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unscrewing it.
Pop it open.
It's tapping its gun arm and its person hand on its knees as you're opening up its head.
Okay.
Why are you doing that?
I don't know.
Do you think he's bored?
I don't know.
Oh no.
All right, Rayleigh, you crack his head back open. This time removing all the different shielding parts and stuff, and it's a bunch of processors in there that are all kind of hot wired together.
Cool.
Like probably about 30 of them.
So not just one.
Yeah.
So there's 3019. So it's
Not hard
No.
drives.
Oh, sorry. Process. Yeah.
There's one hard drive.
No.
That's very good.
I don't even know what the hell that means.
Most computers have one.
Interesting.
So ultimately,
Like, what does having more than one processor mean?
More power to do.
multi-threading.
Yeah.
Come on,
It's complex.
At least it only has 19 gigabytes for the brain, so doesn't it not
It's probably
matter?
Rayleigh has.
But it can multitask like several.
Yeah. You
Dots
should
at
multiple
once.
people at the same time.
Okay, so he's Lex. Okay.
So he's like some sort of supercomputer? Or is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Does
they're
he have
all-
the thing? Does he have the? Do you know even know what it looks like?
UV light hole?
Yeah. So you can be
that's
reprogrammed.
So the BIOS can be flashed? Yeah,
Yeah.
none of those have that. None of those chipsets have that
Oh
on
yeah,
them.
that's for like smaller thing, not for processors.
Interesting.
So he can't be rewritten. Wonder if you can copy that so you can. I mean, you have your own personality. It
I
feels
mean,
like.
you can replace the faceplates of those chips.
You just fill it with metal.
Paint.
Just rob a vet. Special K. It's not hard to get.
Okay.
Everything about it looks pretty efficiently built, except for the power source and the processors. This is a little bit overkill. Like whoever was building this didn't know what they were. Didn't have a solution to some of the problems.
Like if I connected with it and started checking its system, would I be able to sort of figure out what those processors are doing there?
Sure.
Okay. So would that be analyze?
Yeah. Let's roll analyze.
7, so that's an 8.
So yes, 2.
That's 2.
You can kind of make up your own questions too.
Yeah, so what is it processing?
It's personality.
Ah. Okay. Like, how much of it can be shut down for it to still function?
Oh, like none of it.
Oh. Okay, so all of this needed for the personality stuff. Okay.
Yeah. From what you can tell, it looks like its personality was put together, but it runs in that same nebulous sentience that you run off of. So once it's build, if you power it down, it just loses it. It just like God turning off a light bulb.
So even if it has a hard drive, it won't survive it being turned off.
Yeah, the hard drive is where it dumps the what do you call it when a computer?
Logs?
Not the logs. The shit. Not the
RAM.
not the RAM. You know, computer has that file that dumps on the hard drive for read-only memory.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah, that.
RAM dump, I guess.
Basically.
Something like that.
Whatever can't fit on its processor, it's dumping into there.
Okay.
Which is why it's all
So
junk.
So it's an overflow thing. So yeah.
Just like you.
Okay, no, there'll be a bit of different. Like if it just RAM, that means if it powers down, then yeah, it cannot restore from anything.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, so it's only sentient as long as it remains
Powered
turned
on.
on. Yes, that's just an extension of its RAM.
What's your power source?
Lithium-ion batteries.
I recharge from the wall. I don't want my fingers running off of, but
Wonder if this guy had another workshop. I mean,
this
this
is
is
somewhere else.
pretty intense hardware.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't you mention that there was like or maps or indications of other places in here? Or...
Yeah, this computer,
Yeah.
which this thing's powering.
It's kind of cryptic to figure out where it's from, so.
So if we check out these other places, maybe we'll find more. This seems like something that would have to do with, program rewiring.
I mean,
Yeah.
the other place might be where he scavenged all the parts from.
What if we found one of the old places the man in the tower used to design things?
Cool.
That's why this fucker didn't
this
remember.
could be it.
That's why this motherfucker didn't. The first thing he remembered was being put together, and not when he was originally put together, when we were putting him together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't remember anything from before,
This
because
could
he
be.
doesn't. His brain
So
wipes
This
whenever
would
you turn
make
him on.
sense that it's the man in the tower.
The log
No,
showed that it
it
was.
makes no sense.
The log showed it was in standby mode when you guys found it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Like something was keeping its personality running.
Oh.
so I'm guessing, does it look like a machine assembly made? As in, it was.
One-off prototype, and a lot of its parts and serial numbers match up to yours.
Okay.
Okay, so whoever made
No.
Greyland.
I was like thinking that maybe he was here not to as a project, maybe he was here as a power source, and that's his only function here.
That's a
And
very
why-
complex power source.
Yeah, why would you make a power source shaped like a person?
And with
Sentient.
this complexity.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it was first put together by someone else as a full prototype, but this person might have found it, figured, hey, it's worth something, just put it in the storage and it produces power, might as well hook it up.
I doubt it. The apartment has all its blueprints.
Yeah.
No.
The question is, are those blueprints made from him or
What?
for
Are
him?
there any names on the blueprints?
Oh god.
No.
Project numbers.
Hmm.
This one's number 6.
I'd say we
Does
should.
this guy have any numbers anywhere?
I don't know. Do you want to crack him open in front of everyone with a hammer?
I mean, not no.
Okay. Well,
Smash
this.
him open and see what coins drop out of the piggy bank.
No, but like, do you have any numbers on you? Like any serial numbers
I
anywhere?
don't have the barcode you have.
No, but I mean, most robots have numbers.
I did check myself out,
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
tricky to check yourself out with yourself though, because
I mean, just take something that has a camera and plug yourself into it, and
Yeah, but you're using your brain at the time, so it's not like you can check it for serial numbers.
yeah.
What? Yes, you can.
He's just gonna open up his hard drive while it's running.
If that's what he did earlier.
He would have to be off to do that.
And we can't turn him off because he'll die.
No.
Oh no,
Wait,
no, he
I'll
can
survive.
he can
He
be
can
turned
turn
off
off?
just fine.
Oh.
Yeah, he can turn off just fine. He's good to go.
Like
Oh.
earlier this very session, he cracked open his head to look at his hard drive to see if
No,
he
I was
had the
look-
things.
I was looking at the
No,
chips.
he's just looking at chips on the motherboard.
If it's inside of the hard drive, this number, then that's
Okay.
totally
Well,
different
we'll
story.
power you down and check out your hard drive.
Hmm.
If you're cool with that.
I'm not sure. Well, let's deal with him first. I know. Figure out some way of
He's kind of dealt with.
Put
He's
it-
plugged into the wall until we figure out.
I mean, he's got some.
He needs to be powered down.
Yeah. Put him in standby mode.
Or yeah, can you go into standby?
I suppose.
Thank you. Could you?
And it's fidgeting and shit.
It takes a while.
Okay.
Okay.
Just count down.
So that's gonna go into standby. Can you hear and see while in standby?
Nope.
Okay.
It's just harder when there's people around
Okay. Leave.
and the lights are on.
He's literally going to sleep.
Okay.
Why are we putting him in standby though?
Because if it's awake, then more people are willing to unplug him to do something with it, and then he rounds himself off.
Does it prolong your
But is it-
functionality to be in standby?
I don't know.
I mean, he's already got a year.
I mean, if
We're
it's
not
in,
in a rush here.
if it's in standby, then it will consume less power because you need to
What do
run
you
the
want to
personality.
do with him?
Preferably, I'd like to, This is something we've never seen before. I mean, there's you, but this is
Yeah.
more complex. I'd really rather not leave him here
Technically,
in a
it's
dead
less
city.
complex.
Hey, what's up?
Technically, it's less complex
I'm more miniaturized, I guess.
because
Yeah.
he dies if he turns off, and Rayleigh doesn't, and Rayleigh doesn't take up a city block's worth of power just to be alive.
Yeah.
It's interesting that he dies if he turns off, though. That's
Well, just like everyone who's alive does when they go to sleep.
yeah, exactly.
So you
It's
just
interesting.
you just assume the Nicole that goes to bed and the Nicole that wakes up is the same Nicole.
Yes.
And also shut up.
That's actually a question in the Veil that asks about what about sleeping and dreaming if you're the same person, if that's just like how robots work.
So it's just interesting, and I think it'd be a shame if we just left him here.
I mean, we can't take him out because the power will go haywire, and we can't turn him off. We just put it in standby.
Yeah.
The best we can do is scavenge some parts.
Yeah, if we can find a way to keep him powered without leaving him here. I mean, maybe if
Do you
maybe
have the city power block?
I don't know. Maybe he finished it. We have a bunch of locations on the computer.
If we find that, then sure.
What do you want us to do with you?
I don't know.
Would you like to be stay on, or would you like to power off?
I don't have a preference either way at this point.
Would you like to eventually leave this room, or stand here staring at a wall for
I
forever?
don't know.
Mull on that for a bit, maybe.
Okay, I guess we can let him power down while we go to somewhere else to crack open the Rayleigh.
Are you gonna let us do that then?
I mean, if this is
Well, can I trust you?
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
Just shut off Rayleigh. Start going
Yeah.
through his bits.
yeah.
I'm
See if
not
he
gonna
has a
be there for
similar.
that.
Are you gonna hang out in the room with the robot?
No. No.
Just going to go off and hang out with your attached, I guess. Well, yeah, your object.
I shouldn't be around a robot with its brain cracked open. Because I
Fucking
mean,
Terminator 2. Sir Connor really fucking hits it with a mallet.
I mean, I kind of wanna, but also this robot is also there, and it's like acting all like a people. It's kind of freaking me out, so I don't really want to be around it. It's kind of really freaking me out right now.
Okay.
Alright, you're gonna crack open Rayleigh. It's fine,
Yeah.
you're thorough, you're a good tech guy. A lot of the bits in Rayleigh look a lot like the bits in this robot.
Does Rayleigh have a serial number?
Yeah, 8.
So he's 6 and Rayleigh's 8. So whoever's making these is still alive,
Well,
So-
we don't know that for sure.
or at
I'm
least
not here.
I
Never
mean,
mind.
you don't
Yeah.
know where.
I mean, this will be afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
at least was alive long enough to make 8. Maybe more, maybe less. We don't know, but well, not
Yeah.
less. Sorry, maybe more.
Unless they have some really stupid numbering system.
Yeah, unless they were
counting
drunk.
down to oblivion.
Unless they were drunk while they were numbering them.
0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Done.
Yeah.
Because we don't know how long it had been.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll power Rayleigh back on and fill him in with the fact that he's number 8.
That's interesting.
So this is your younger brother?
Sibling.
Sibling?
I guess
Younger
I'll-
sibling?
Take my own arm and start unscrewing it to see the powering of my gun that's comparable to what that thing has.
Yeah, it gives off the same energy signature too.
Oh. Okay, so I think that's like the more of the end model here.
Plus, a lot of it is housed in lead
Yeah.
for various reasons.
So,
Interesting.
your gun
Close it
arm
back up.
has its own power source?
Yeah. You don't want to be powering yourself down while you're shooting because that can mess up your programming.
Yeah, that makes sense. How good is your power arm?
Haven't had much opportunity to use it.
Thank goodness.
I meant like the power source.
I mean, enough to power a high-powered laser.
Just pointed at your face.
Mommy, why? They took my face.
Like, is that the kind of thing that's going to make him go?
Not this one.
No,
This is-
I don't think we could just swap their arms and make
He
him-
needs a lot more power than this output.
But it's the same.
It'd be similar as
Same make.
Same make, same designer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just
I would need a lot of parts to be able to make that.
So like I said, we should check out these other facilities.
Yes.
Maybe he figured it out somewhere else. Maybe just never got back here because the air got turned off.
Okay. Go back up to the robot in the room. Hello again.
It comes out of standby mode.
Oh, what-
Much smoother this time.
what was it? Hello again. Do you remember us?
Yes.
So this is your older sibling.
Younger.
I don't think it works like that.
He's number 8, or younger sibling.
Yeah, more advanced model.
Yes.
Yep.
So
All indications point to me being a prototype or test bed for technology.
yes. Well, he's the next model up.
It's like looking at his submachine gun arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite bulky.
Okay, we're gonna leave you here and go try and find some power sources to keep you online when you leave here, rather than going offline when you leave here.
Why did they give him a face?
I don't know.
the robots that your face are modeled after are brutal people who go around killing people. So they probably didn't want their robots to look like that because it would scare people.
But I look like that, and I'm built for combat and immune to small arms fire. All indications of 8's chassis shows that it is very vulnerable to small arms fire.
Maybe I have a face because I can feel emotions, so I am old.
Or you had a different purpose. in
Yeah.
mind.
Probably different purpose too.
Do you have onboard armaments?
Yes.
Yeah, but you're way hardier. And you'd also be better at infiltrating the other robots because of that.
Perhaps you're one more step towards an infiltration unit for humans.
That could be so.
I don't.
I mean,
the
you
way-
don't want to.
My character's
I mean-
eyes like narrow, like.
It's hard to.
Articulated face, skin-like coating, implanted hidden weaponry,
Yeah, it's kind of hard to infiltrate you have a minigun for an arm.
submachine gun. dual.
Submachine gun.
A minigun is a hardcore emplacement weapon that I know about that exists.
All right, my character was having a
moment.
crisis of beliefs, and you
Okay.
guys are rapidly making it not be a crisis of her beliefs.
I analyzed it, so I'm going to use my wrench in the gears. How is he vulnerable to me?
Like, how is he vulnerable to you?
Yeah.
You could unplug him from the wall and let his power source run out.
Okay. So that's basically.
You could also not refill the clip in his arm
Yeah. That's
that you
fair.
unfilled.
You can tell them to stop because
Well, I don't know about that right now. I don't
You
like.
could hit him with an EMP, and then his personality would die forever, and it'd just be an empty robot.
Okay.
You can throw him from this 40-story building.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I don't like this line of discussion. So you wait here. We're gonna go. If anyone else comes here, tell them to leave. Don't let them take anything from this room.
We'll just close the door.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just
how many
saying.
people are gonna have the means to open that door?
Just get to it.
Or
Yeah.
get to it at all?
Yep.
So... Are you a robot to infiltrate humanity, Ray?
No.
Is that why you're following us around?
Maybe that's why it's built of inferior parts.
Mm.
I mean, it does make it less threatening.
So maybe I'm not a mistake.
Why would you be a mistake?
I don't have a face.
It's
I
not
didn't
necessarily
say
a
you're a
mistake.
mistake.
He has a face.
Yeah.
Just different model,
Maybe the
different
face
style.
is for a purpose that is more specialized. Specialization is the death of evolution. Insects specialize.
Oh, okay. It's not trying to be sinister. It just was jealous that his younger brother had a better thing.
Oh,
I don't think it's jealous. It's trying to analyze, figure out its purpose.
And also, it has two hands. People have two hands. I don't have two hands.
We could give you two hands.
I don't think you could. I think the hand needs to be here
It does.
for all the parts.
Okay, so we'll head out to those other labs or other locations.
So he knows about insects.
Wait,
Things that
what?
don't exist.
Yeah,
Well,
that
I
would
think
have
it's
made
just
no
a
sense
word.
to us.
No, I think it's just a word. Like, you know, people say,
You're an
It's a phrase.
yeah, you're an insect. You're a
Define an insect.
yeah. Nobody knows
Yeah.
what it's just a word.
Small, multi-legged animal.
Like those Medabots.
Small what?
An
Just
insect.
small,
You know, when you
multi-legged
call
animal.
someone an insect, it means they're
Possessing a head,
Garbage.
thorax, and body.
okay. I've never heard of that.
I'm looking like
like those
confused
Medabots.
as shit. What the fuck he's talking about?
He like grabs one of the blueprints he brought into the room with him, and like uses the gun arm to hold the blueprint down, and gets like a pen, and, like sketches a ladybug,
Oh, like a met tool?
sketches a spider,
Like those, like window
grasshopper,
repairing.
Yeah.
cockroach,
Yeah. No.
What are you
butterfly,
What is-
caterpillar.
Oh my god, he's doing art! He's just making shit up, guys!
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
Dragonfly.
That's actually crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never seen any of these things before. How do you remember them? Know them? What are they?
They're insects.
Does he dream?
This is a plantar worm. If it gets cut in half, both halves grow back into two individual organisms. Mitosis.
That doesn't sound real.
A housefly. Mosquito.
Okay.
They drink blood.
Drink blood.
They
That's
latch
weird.
onto another animal, drink their blood, and use it to sustain themselves and their young. The
That's
trash is in
made
stagnant water.
That's made up.
Usually swamps.
That's made up.
What's a swamp?
Okay.
My character is amused like she's listening to a child's story that they are making
It
up.
does a very like dot matrix back and forth on the back of this blueprint to sketch out a scene out of a swamp. Bunch of trees with like animals all in it, and like a rotting log, and like flower stuff growing out of it, and like birds in it and stuff.
It does art. That's really cool.
Of what though? Like fantasy scenes?
Of some kind of
Swamp, standard Earth biome.
Only thing I've ever seen
there's
is
cities and then
small,
there's dust.
small dust rocks everywhere. Sand.
Desert
do we know the word
biome.
sand?
Yeah.
Do we know the word sand?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
There's
only ever seen
cities
sand.
And there's sand.
That's the only thing that exists.
Swamp, wetland.
Well, yeah, when it rains,
Cities,
the ground gets wet.
Sand.
Are you aware of how long you've been in standby?
No.
No.
Could I interface with it to sort of get the images he has? Probably like to share that sort of information between us. What's he trying to?
Do you have that empty hard drive?
Yeah.
Give it.
He couldn't have been in standby that long because someone had to have made him and abandoned this place.
That's the drive back to you.
Plug it back in.
It takes a while for it to load the driver. He cloned a lot of the data in a different file format than whatever the junk was in his drive, and it's basically an entire encyclopedia of Earth as it was.
There's a lot of information.
Like tundras, oceans, boats, plains land, canyons, mountains, mines, the town, like the city when it was a little like mining town.
Huh.
The man in the tower shaking hands with another man in front of like in front of a clock tower.
Very interesting. Well, there's a lot of information here. I don't think a normal person would be able to put all of it together.
So this is the man in the tower.
Wait, so like this is real?
Well,
Like that
well, he's producing the information that he gave me, and there's a lot of it here. So,
This is pre
the
man in the
videos that
tower.
he's seen though?
no, there's a
Pictures.
tower right here.
The little pictures.
So this is
I go over to the hologram display, plug
Is
myself
this-
in there.
You have advanced enough drivers so you can do the file conversion.
Yeah.
So it's,
Are-
No, we get to see.
it's a slideshow.
Are you the 6th robot the man in the tower ever made?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Does that make you the 8th? Or are you his personal, like...
Who the fuck is that shaking his hand?
I have no idea. I didn't even know he
He's in a
came
lot
out
of the pictures. Like
Huh.
they're together.
Who is that?
I don't know.
They're in together like all these pictures, and like we've never seen that person before. That's wild. I'm more concerned with all these other things that aren't humans or
Yeah.
robots.
Like horses, which look like monsters.
What the hell is that?
Yeah.
And there's like a person riding one. I'm like, what? And they just got on top of it.
There's like a golden retriever on the saloon like wooden deck.
Yeah, no, this
I don't know what that is, but-
terrifying.
I like it.
Canis humanus. Breed of companion animal for humans.
I've never seen any of these. Any single thing that you've mentioned or we've seen here, I've never seen. There's humans and there's machines.
Complete ecosystem failure.
You can't even live outside. Well, you can exist outside, but we can't even live outside.
Oh yeah, you don't want to leave the room like that.
Oh yeah, that too. The air here is like caustic.
System hardening would prevent any damage from outside contaminants.
Oh.
Huh.
Yep.
Really doesn't have that.
Interesting.
Interesting.
There's like pictures of mines and like the original like faceplate robots and like miners' outfits walking in and walking out, like mining with pickaxes and stuff. Newspaper clippings, the world of tomorrow, machinery replaces human labor.
Does it mention any names?
Not really. Like they're just articles, clippings.
Well, that's something at least.
This feels like it would be illegal to have back home.
Probably.
Like super illegal.
They don't like people knowing things.
I mean, I don't think anyone knows about this anymore. Oh.
Like I've heard some of these words before, like you know, when somebody's
Crush you
being
like an
gross,
insect.
they're a dog. Yeah, crush you like an insect, but like
Son of a
those,
dog.
they're just words. Apparently they're not. It's insane. Look at all the green. I'm assuming there's like grass and shit. I've never. This is freaking me out, man.
standard terrains to navigate with motivational drivers.
What?
Standard environments to like navigate and work around.
Yeah, not anymore. Not for a long time.
I've never
All of this
seen
tactical
that
data
much
was
green.
included in personality archetype loadout.
That's not true. I see green every day. There's stuff everywhere, wires everywhere. But I mean, like that.
Yeah, no.
Plants, photosynthesis, gains energy from sun and sugar,
Interesting.
produces oxygen.
That would be
Produces
a powerful.
oxygen?
Yes.
How do
They're
we?
plants. They
what's the-
photosynthesize.
What's the blueprint? For
Oh, but
these?
it needs,
Can we
it
build
needs the
these?
sun? Do we even know what the sun is anymore?
I mean, you see it every once in a while when the clouds part.
It needs the sun to do it, though.
UV
Yeah, but
radiation,
we
water,
could
sugar.
Power with light. Maybe the sun's just a big light, right? I just assume it's a big light. That's how do we build these plants? They
You
produce
just plant
oxygen.
seeds and they grow.
No, but like, what parts do we need for it?
Like has relays flip through photos until there's like pictures of like someone planting like little seeds in like a potter and like tapping them down with like a
So-
trowel.
Rocks.
So it's a self-sustained assembly robot.
I don't know.
Self-replicating.
Like it's
It, like,
self-replicating.
it grabs a blueprint and flips over and does a sketch of a seed underground, like a cross section, then opening, then getting bigger, then growing into a tree, then making more seeds, then growing. Then like it does the whole
So it's
plant life cycle.
self-replicating. So it's a self-replicating machine. Interesting.
Once his nose starts bleeding into his mouth, he just kind of excuses himself.
It kind of breaks down the whole process. Plants exist. Sunlight and air and carbon dioxide produced by animals go in. Insects take the spores to other plants, perpetuating the line. Animals eat the plants, crap them out. It creates more plants. It's like he explains an ecosystem.
What's the sun?
Jesus Lord.
That's really interesting.
This is incredible.
And like it makes sense. There couldn't have always been a city.
Despite what the posters outside the window say.
The Eternal City.
The city was first, humanity was second.
Like that makes no sense. People had to make the city. The city had to have been made.
The man in the tower made this city.
Exactly.
Where the man in the tower came from. So this is the man in the tower's world. And he built the city because it's better than that world?
I mean, it seems less complex.
Had to be better. No one in those old photos had cybernetics.
Yeah.
No one.
One of the articles talks about the advances of thinking machines. The removal of all need for human labor and a new age of automated servants.
So machines were
Servants.
supposed to be servants. Interesting. So machines were meant to be servants. That's interesting.
Do you guys have any information on? Oh man, I don't even know what to ask anymore. This is insane.
I mean, we have the copy of the data.
I think our best bet is to just go to these locations and hope one of them is. I mean, he's obviously related to the man in the tower. This is obviously either one of the man in the tower's workshops or one of his closest allies' workshop. So these locations must bring us closer to the vault we're looking for.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we need to go scavenge any other data we might find. I guess we need a bigger hard drive,
Yeah,
because it's already full.
okay.
Alright. Yeah, let's go.
You wait here.
Do you have a name?
No.
Number 6.
Number 6. Okay, number 6, you wait here. Again, if anyone other than us tries to come in, tell them to leave. Do not let them take anything from here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Though I should point out that I am getting a warning file now that some like software is starting to defragment.
What's the warning?
Did any of you go into the room with the generators and the tanks?
Yes.
Yes.
How long were you in there? Not long. Not more than 15, 20 minutes.
Isn't
No.
that the room that we're in right now that he's
No.
playing?
That
No.
points to it. The one that has the big yellow triangle on it.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
I don't know
Not
if I
not
went
that
in there,
long in
but
there.
Ray should only go in there from now on.
Okay.
It gives off an invisible heat that kills people.
oh.
It's a byproduct of my power source and that arm's power source.
Oh.
Wait, so if we're around Ray's arm, we're gonna die?
No, it's covered in metal that protects it.
Okay.
Don't peel that open. Got it.
Don't put it anywhere near your skin.
Oh, okay.
Good to know. Good to know.
All right. Seeing as we've gone a little bit later than usual, I think we'll wrap up there.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
So, I was Devin,
Nicole.
Kevin?
Peter?
Ian.
and this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.